No, I can't remember his name. He was talking about something
A charming Polish man.
from some grand theory of time and something or other.
Oh,
But anyway, once a
yes.
month, what we do is we move away from the jar of chat to another
yes.
jar of chat, which is the barn raising.
We do. In some ways, we break down the fundamental boundaries of chat, you might say.
You might say that too. So we're here again.
Yeah, just chatting. We're tell you about some stuff, probably, if we remember.
And there's no audio, so
There's still no audio.
we're-
This is all wasted.
yeah,
Right, songs, that's the video that's gone now.
the video's gone now. So welcome to another barn raising. Should we do all of that again?
No, it was too good. Can never be repeated.
Ben's here.
I'm here. Hello.
We shouldn't take too many
Minutes to complete the.
or read into too much that Ben has just returned from the Middle East.
I have, yes.
Did you
Marhaba.
overthrow any governments while you were there?
No, only no. No important ones. It was a good trip. Yeah, I was in Dubai.
Is that all you can say about it? There's
Contractually, yeah.
there's no clandestine meetings. That's just reminding me that didn't Netanyahu go to Saudi not so long ago
Probably.
with the Americans?
That's next to the Emirates. United Arab Emirates.
Well, they're all the same. Aren't they? Which one is that young prince who's building the line? Which country?
That's Saudi.
Saudi.
Noom, is it? Noom?
Neom.
Neom, yeah.
And
Which
it's-
one's richer, Saudi or you?
I think the UAE.
Is it?
I think so.
I don't think anyone knows how much oil they have. Really?
No, it doesn't matter. UAE, there's
Does it
no
matter?
taxes. UAE don't tax anyone or anything because they don't need to. There's so much money.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the one? Is that the famous one where if you don't have a baby by the time you're 30 and you're a woman, they just give you 1,500 quid a month?
I don't know if that's the one.
There's one country over around that area. I think.
No way. Maybe UAE. They can definitely afford it.
Right. I always get confused, you see, because I always think Dubai's in Saudi for some reason. What's in
No.
Saudi then?
Riyadh.
What did he do in Riyadh?
Public floggings.
I think
My
so.
uncle worked there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they try and keep Westerners away, but he saw the sort of corporal punishment in the streets while he was working there. Off with his hands and all that.
So they don't have any, Western tantalizing cities like Dubai and Saudi Arabia then?
Don't think so. Maybe
Right.
that's why they're building the Neom.
The Neom. Right. So this is why they talk about this guy, don't they? Trying to, in some ways, excuse me, a bit of windy pops, westernize the country or move it away or modernize it. What's he called? Mobin?
MSB, isn't it?
Yes.
MBS?
MBS, that's it, isn't it?
Mohammed bin Salman.
Salman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although he did allegedly arrange that, he apologized for it in the end.
Or for Khashoggi,
Yeah.
the journalist who was chopped
Oh,
into bits
yes.
at the embassy.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that's great.
Saudi, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Was he a Turkish reporter? That guy.
Can't remember who he worked for. It was mainstream, wasn't he?
Al Jazeera? No?
Was it?
I think it was.
I don't know.
I think he was a jobbing journalist. I think he worked for
Yeah.
other places as well, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I think he was an
don't know.
investigative
Contractor.
journalist,
Yeah.
wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful in that job, haven't you?
Yeah, especially if you knock on an embassy door and two
Well
people.
done, Graham.
Yeah. And who knows what happened to him when he was in there?
Yeah, our country wouldn't do shit like that.
Oh, don't be daft.
We wouldn't disappear journalists, right?
No.
Definitely not.
No.
Anyway,
So
it was lovely.
how was the experience?
It was great, really good. I mean, obviously it's a big city. It's a fantastically clean, kind of well-to-do city, very modern. I think there's only 10% of the population of Dubai are actually from the Emirates. So it's very kind of cosmopolitan, multicultural. There's a lot of foreigners who live and work there. Everyone speaks English.
What does everyone do there?
Like businessy type stuff. So I guess there's a lot of investment banking maybe and insurance.
I know
I don't
property
know.
was a big
Jesus,
thing.
yeah.
People have been investing in property and footballers, weren't there? Was it Beckham who was it that island that looks like a palm tree that he
Yeah.
invested in?
Jumeirah. Yeah.
Wasn't there that video with Michael Owen advertising?
Yeah.
Come to Dubai.
Didn't we have a clip
Yeah.
of that? Don't we use that?
don't know.
Elati Fatty, whatever.
Oh, that's when Jorah became manager of
right.
Yeah.
El Atifati.
That's the one.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Yeah, it's good.
Latifah.
The buildings are fucking amazing. They're all very kind of weird. It's almost like the conversation goes, "Hey, I've got a great idea for a building," and someone goes, "Stop right there. Have some money. Build it." It's wild.
Well, limitless money, I imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
You wonder, because there's this push to get away from oil, and you wonder how that's going to affect countries, cities like Dubai.
I think they've got a big tourism industry round the Palm and round the beach area. Amazing, absolutely amazing.
It's basically just like a beach holiday place.
It's a bit like South Beach, Miami, but with more money. Yeah, there's no.
But
it wasn't.
That's going to be like underwater in 50 years, right? Global climate warming change.
Oh yeah, it's already pretty warm.
What are they going to do?
I don't know.
Well, the thing about oil is that, we all know, don't we, that they are not this thing for 25 years, is it? Which has already been pushed back. They're not going to. Well,
So it's about being carbon neutral.
Well, they're going to continue selling petrol and diesel cars because there's no way the grid can charge everyone's car and I can boil the kettle.
That's only one aspect of it, though. People are talking about we're taking too much oil out of the ground and leave it in there and whatever. But people have been talking about peak oil for 50 years since the 70s.
The 70s, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think there's still plenty of it knocking around. And you use oil for so much more stuff than petroleum.
The US, I believe, is the
Plastics
biggest producer now
Of
oil.
all right, through fracking.
I think that's one of the
gas,
ways.
isn't it? Shale gas.
But I think
isn't it?
they do get oil, don't they? Do they not
Fracking.
get oil from fracking as
I
well?
thought it was gas.
I don't know.
Might be wrong.
Well, drill, baby, drill.
Mm-hmm.
Was what he was saying, wasn't he, before he got erected? The orange man.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're pumping it out.
Yeah. I mean, that I remember watching something 20 years ago about peak oil. In that consumption had sort of gone up stratospherically. And, it's coming anytime soon. But like you say, even in that, nobody knows how much is left in the ground. There's been a lot of dinosaurs that have died and rotted, haven't there, and plant life. So there's plenty of sweet carbon down there that can be burnt, I'm sure.
You see?
How does it get turned into like dinosaur juice? What happens? Why does it turn into oil of all things?
Pressure, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Squishes you down. Everything turns to carbon after a while.
So do you think then what's happened is just things die on the surface and then the
Layers
theory
of sediment and stuff.
Tectonic plates move over billions of years and it gets under the ground and then gets squished.
Are you asking how long it's going to take before we are oil after we die?
Yeah.
A long time. If that's where they want to focus on the supply chain, if they can shorten that a bit and essentially just squish people into cars, we'd be all right. Save a lot of money, time and effort.
We were talking on Sheep Farm earlier about with this new assisted dying thing, you're going to be able to do a deal, for your organs and everything beforehand.
Oh, so you get the money up front?
Yeah, I can envisage. I'm going to set up like an eBay for body parts. And so when you've decided you've got depression or whatever and you want to get the state to finish you off, you just go on this website and you auction off your eyeballs and your penis and everything. That's the highest bidder.
I'm not sure anyone would want my penis. Maybe my balls, they're pretty big.
What's they get money?
I think that already
Fortune.
exists, doesn't it? On the dark web, you can sell.
Yeah, but I mean, why wouldn't it be legal?
I imagine, yeah. I mean, well, yeah. You could see it quite easily. Or another country that was like Venezuela. It probably already happens there, doesn't it? And
Like China, with a Falun Gong.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's not voluntary, though.
I mean, it probably happens anywhere, to be
Yeah.
to be truthful.
At the moment, you donate your organs to the NHS, don't you? So if you
Mm.
open the market up to a bit of competition,
Mm.
yeah, that's essentially what's happening in every other industry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You could see it, couldn't you? Definitely. But it's like, we've spoken about it before. It seems that all the stories and how true they are.
God, I've got to pay off my student debt. Student debt survives bankruptcy, I think, doesn't it? It's the only debt you have that can survive going bankrupt.
Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah.
Bastards.
So yeah, I can imagine it. I envision a future where people are selling their organs to pay off their student loans, so they don't lumber their children with debt.
I thought you got written off when
That
you were
is grim.
52
I think
or
it
something.
does. Oh, no,
Yeah.
plan one did.
Rules change, man. Rules can change.
It is. It's effectively another tax now, isn't it?
Yeah,
at this
graduate
point?
tax.
Mm.
Yeah, that was always the plan, I think.
Have you ever heard of a guy called Dave Ramsey?
Think of Dave.
No, that's a different Dave.
How many
No.
can there be?
So he does financial advice, and he's from Tennessee. I can't do his.
Arte.
No, I don't think that's Tennessee.
I'm Dave Ramsey here for your financial advice.
It's like that, but it's not quite as redneck as that.
Alabama.
But basically, his story is like in the early 90s, he leveraged everything in real estate. The bank he had all of his loans with changed hands, and the new managers saw his sort of leverage rates and said, "Yeah, we can't do that," and basically bankrupted him. So what he started is like this financial advice service, and people ring in. So in America, you think it's bad here for fucking student fees. Some of them ring in and they've got like $700,000 of student loans
yeah.
to pay off graduate loans or whatever
And
they call
then
it.
didn't graduate.
Well, there was one that rang in and I think he had 200 and odd thousand, and he failed first year of medical school twice, and he got kicked out with that basically. But yeah, it's mad. Like loads of them, it's like dentists for some reason. The ones that I see, the dentists, and they owe like $600,000-$700,000, and they earn to start with like 100 and odd thousand, and but it's crazy, like the debt that people have. And he had like, so some of them have like,
Wonder why healthcare is so expensive over there.
yeah, I suppose
It must play into it.
maybe.
Student loans company here though will be looking at that and instead of thinking, "Oh, that's terrible," like the rest of humanity, they'll be thinking, "Wow, student loans in England are really cheap. This is great value. Come and get educated over here, and we can even double or triple it over the next 10 years, and it'll still be seen as a decent."
Well, that's the thing. So like it's for overseas, it's double, isn't it? So it's 25,000-30,000 a year, which is still cheaper than
For an overseas student studying in the UK.
yeah.
So the overseas students subsidise the UK students to
And
a
it's-
degree.
The other thing is at university you are capped on the amount of UK students you can take and get funding for. So
The
there's
funny
a
thing
set
is
amount.
that like a lot of this debt never gets paid. So it's just the taxpayer really. Which is why the prices have ballooned for tuition, because it's on the never. Like the NHS and every other fucking public service. It's free money. We can just print more. Just print it.
I have to say, I've paid my student loan off, so you guys aren't paying for it.
paid mine off a similar time, didn't I, Ben?
Yeah.
But if you were doing your degree now,
No, he would
Oh,
never.
fuck.
it would be what, 3 or 4 times the cost or something?
No, it really doesn't make
What?
sense unless you're doing something that pays, like maybe pharmacy, medicine, dentistry, those kind of things where you can make a fortune.
Banking,
Maybe.
psychotherapy.
But do you need to do a degree for those? Psychotherapy. You know. Just fucking turn up for that.
No, in a lot of cases, you can start at the bottom and work your way up. So if you wanted to be an investment banker, I don't think it makes financial sense to go. Oh my god!
It's all that shisha.
Sorry for a quicker route through university. I think you're probably better starting, pushing the mail trolley around for a few years, and then 10, 15 years at a company, you're probably in a better position than you would be if you kind of shaved 5 years off that and got loads of debt.
I mean, it's 40 to 50 grand now, isn't it? Basically,
For a 3-year degree.
if you got so your fees are they 13,000 a year now?
I think in some are still 9.5.
Yeah, like all the rubbish ones. I'm pretty sure they've all gone up a bit.
It costs 50 grand even for a media studies degree.
I think so, yeah. But then, so you have that, and then if you get like the $3 grand a year subsistence loan as well on top,
Which of course you need, because you can't really earn enough money to.
You have to exist.
You have to pay your.
you have to subsist.
Those fees, and then you've got your student accommodation. So first year, I remember paying 70 quid a week. So it's way more than that now.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. So all the campus accommodation, it costs a fortune. It's thousands a year.
Yeah.
On top. Madness. And like, I remember some of the places, fucking hell, that like our mate stayed in Leeds. I have never been into such fucking horrific shitholes in my entire life.
That first year.
Leeds.
Well, I think it was
When they're in the halls.
No, in the halls. The halls were okay.
Oh, right.
It wasn't amazing.
I thought that was a shithole. The halls.
No, when they moved into like the terraced houses, I think it was in the third year, was a particularly dire place they were staying in.
Good times.
You're not really selling it to me, this university thing.
Higher education.
No.
I think if you do something like maybe architecture, 7 years.
Sometimes
7 years?
You can get it funded though by a job, so that's another route through.
Oh yeah, get someone else to pay for it's the win, isn't
Exactly.
it?
Yeah.
That's what my niece has got
The taxpayer.
it's got a job, so it pays minimum wage, which is about 20 grand for a 21-year-old. It's 20 grand a year,
Right.
and they're paying for her to do a degree in like
Nice, that is-
mechanical engineering.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, but she's very upset because she literally finishes her exams on Friday and then starts this job on Monday. And it's in Salford Keys, I think, she said. So she got to try.
Have they tied her in for X amount of years, or she has to pay him back some money?
That's
don't
usually the deal with training, isn't it? Work-based training.
Would have thought so, yeah.
2 years, I think, is the norm, isn't it?
Don't know.
2 years service after you finish. Otherwise, you pay a percentage back.
Which seems reasonable, 2 years, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's, yeah.
Depends how long you've been in the job, because if you've been in for 10 years and you get another 2 years, the value of hopping to another company and getting a pay bump, especially with that degree, is going to be massive, because you'll have only had incremental rises for 10 years. So you probably double or more your salary that you're on. And then knowing that and having to wait 2 years is a long time.
It is, but I think you've had a lot. You've just saved yourself 50 grand, basically, haven't you?
Yeah, I suppose. Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. So effectively, she. If you think about it the other way around, and even if they might pay for her to do her masters, you don't know, but that is 32,000. Well, maybe £33,000 a year. Really, it's worth, isn't it?
I think this should be encouraged. Private sector funding higher education.
They do.
It's a good thing. Well, they do, yeah, to a degree. What percentage of students are funded by the company they work for? I think it's quite small in the grand scheme of things. I think we should encourage more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask tomorrow.
It's the companies that benefit, assuming these educations are any fucking good.
Yeah, football.
It's industry that benefits, so they should pay for it. Why the fuck should we pay for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Are you going to take on someone on a degree apprenticeship then? on your electrical company.
No, you don't need to be degree educated to be of any use to me. As long as you can make a decent brew, and you sort of you can crawl, small enough to like crawl in spaces.
Not
Bit of a rat. You're a bit ratty.
Right. Okay.
Strong back,
sinewy.
Creamy hamstrings.
creamy hamstrings, good brew,
Yeah.
and not too much lip.
Yeah.
Then I still won't give you a job because they're fucking useless. They're all fucking useless. Every tradesman I work with, fuck me, they never. Apprentices don't last fucking a month.
Right. Okay.
I don't, I'm not saying this is true, but they say because we just get the fucking dregs.
You were an apprentice once, I feel, right?
Yeah. I was a good one though.
All right. Okay.
So I started with, I think there was 3 who started at my company, and I was the only one who made it. The other 2 dropped out.
Right.
Like one in maybe the
dropout
second
rate.
year, maybe one in the first year. I can't remember. So a lot drop out.
And what did you do to
They get
force
sick
them
of being
out?
called a cunt every day.
Ah, right, yeah.
They don't have the self-esteem to reflect that kind of abuse.
It probably helps if you're a bit older, because I think I was 18 when I started. So maybe that helps rather than being straight out of high school.
Yeah.
At 16.
Important
You're
couple of
A
years.
bit more about you.
I think
Handle your ale a bit better.
Yeah.
I think I would have had to be 35 in order to have the emotional resilience to
Just think, though, I mean, times are totally different.
for 4
now.
years.
No, you'll have millennial, like, whatever gang leaders, I assume there is in these institutions with
I doubt it.
apprentices.
No, mate.
No,
No.
there's still the hardcore daily sport on the dashboard.
The millennials go to the uni and get the student debt.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean millennials are an entire generation.
Yes, there's different flavors of millennial, I think, in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would a Gen Z bricky look like? There must be some.
I don't know. I've not met any. There was a story this week.
Who's
actually,
building houses?
I got an email from like an industry email that I get every now and again, and it was some work that had been done by JTL, which is like the apprentice training
Oh yeah.
body.
I remember that name.
Oh, have you seen it? Oh
No, I remember the name JTL.
JTL. Yeah, they're still going.
Right. Okay.
They trained me
Right.
with a body that was
Yeah.
train all the electricians, and they said, oh my gosh, I can't remember the numbers now, but essentially we're losing like 15% a year of sparks
Wow.
because people are retiring.
Mm.
I think apprentices' numbers needed to go up by 20% or something just to keep pace, and it's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to do it. So they're saying, what, we're going to be stuck in like 20 years.
Mm.
What we're going to do? We're not going to have anyone to do the job. I don't know. I don't know how you get around that, other than offering people more money.
AI.
AI, yeah. I mean, they'll say, what could AI do for me? Not a lot. Can't do a lot for me.
Can it wire a house?
No.
On paper, maybe.
No, it's not, you know.
The red wire's connected to the blue wire.
Look, it's, the Podfathers started calling it Anonymous Indians
Oh.
because there was that AI company that got done. They just had a fucking warehouse in India with a load of Indians doing the queries and sending the answers. This AI startup. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Yeah, simulated
brilliant.
intelligence. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, yeah, it's kind of not my problem, really, is it?
No, it means maybe that the money will go up in the market.
It has to, but the problem is that people who need tradesmen don't have infinite money to pay.
No, yes.
You know, there's a limit
Mm-hmm.
to what people can afford. So, you know, it's what happens. I don't know what happens. Standards fall, I guess. You just have more like house fires and shit. You just have more shit wiring everywhere. You know, if it costs you 200 quid to get an electrician for an hour, people aren't going to pay it. People don't have the money.
Mm.
So the YouTube, oh, this is how you do it. Zzz, zzz. dead, fire, whatever.
Next.
I don't know. What's the answer? You got to train more people.
Yeah.
You need to make it attractive. That's it. You need to make it attractive for the apprentices.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not calling them a cunt for 4 years.
And that's what I think is changed.
That's character building.
The people running the show are us, are our age, the millennials, the teaching the Gen Z or whatever. I don't even know. What are we on now? Alpha. I think they're too young for jobs yet.
I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't imagine the same percentage of country as there was back when you were doing it, Phil.
Has it come down? Maybe.
Don't know.
Don't know. It's hard to say.
And has the wage gone up for apprentices? Probably hardly.
It must have done. It goes up every year.
Right. Still,
So I think
less
it's like,
than-
it's less than what you get at the minimum wage, I think. I presume.
yeah, which is weird.
I think it's better than it was.
Mm.
But the idea is you're getting trained at the same time. I mean, that's why they can afford to.
Yeah.
That was the enticement. What they're going to have to do is start paying the minimum wage
Yeah.
and fund the training
Yeah.
just to make it.
Well, how much is the training separately? If I said I wanted to become an electrician now,
I don't know.
night school.
I think it's probably about 20 grand or something.
All right. Okay.
I don't think it's that much for all the exams and everything. It'll be a lot less than a degree. I know that much.
It's a lot more than YouTube, though. So.
I don't know.
I've seen stuff in America where they talk about, and it's America, isn't it? Which is obviously different in terms of economy and stuff. But yeah, like electricians, plumbers, gas fitters, or whatever, earning like $100,000 like after a year or two because there's so much demand for it and no supply. But like in America, it's common, isn't it, to work super long hours and 7 days a week and all the rest of it. And people
like
have
2 weeks holiday a year.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's here you have to have, if you're employed, 4 weeks holiday, don't you, paid? I don't think there is that in America at all.
It's state by state, isn't it? PTO rules.
They have more bank holidays than us.
I think they have 11 instead of 8, don't they?
Something like that.
And you don't have sick pay. You have to use your paid time off.
Well, there's no sick pay in construction.
Right.
No.
Otherwise, no one would turn up.
Yeah. That's very telling.
Yeah, because it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
It's hard work and people are lazy. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. If you get paid for doing nothing, a lot of people just do nothing.
Universal basic income.
It's like you're going to get sacked. If you take the piss, you're going to get sacked, I suppose. That's the risk.
Benefits.
But again, if there's a shortage of the trade, then you're just going to go to another firm, then, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, they were paying teachers £9,000 to train not so long ago.
Yeah, golden handshake type thing.
Yep. But I don't know how many actually became teachers after that. Not many, I would imagine, because there's still a shortage.
Again,
It's another where they're leaving the industry, isn't it?
yeah.
More
It's
people
awful.
are bowing
So
out.
it's hard, yeah. It's hard in a different way.
It's just the admin.
Yeah, bureaucracy.
It's mad. The paperwork.
That's getting the same in wheels.
Is it?
Yeah, all the fucking regulations and updates. And
AI can do all that.
fortunately not. I can't set exams for you.
I bet it could.
Yeah, I get disenchanted with it. All the fucking webinars and bullshit you've got to sit through. I've been doing the job 25 years.
You've
You
got to
get- you
keep
have
those
an-
people in a job, though, who
You have
design those
an
webinars.
annual fucking assessment where they ask you questions every year. It's like, I haven't had a brain injury in the last 12 months. I'm the same guy you've been seeing for the last 15 years. Asking me, what's the maximum disconnection time on a fucking...
What is it?
On a fucking...
Is that when you've been electrocuted?
BS 60898 type B32 amp, it's 0.4 seconds.
Wow.
Right? But yeah, it hasn't changed. I mean, I won't mind if the regulations are updated within the last 12 months and they ask you questions on the new stuff rather than the stuff that's been the same for the last 15 years. Like you've had a mental retardation, forgot everything, how to do your job.
Okay.
It's just like I said, it's jobs for boys.
You should apply to be on the board.
Do you know how much my payment was last week for this? £666 exactly.
I think you had to pay. Well, they paid you.
No, I have to pay. Yeah.
All right.
Is that
For the privilege.
for the year? Is that for your member of Alexa or something?
It's not Alexa anymore, but that's my annual subscription, and then you pay per job.
Do you?
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah. Plus your public liability, and I had to get my testers recalibrated. That was 130 quid. They have to be done every year.
Mm.
There's all sorts of bullshit you have to jump through.
So
it gets tiresome.
So you're approving. How much does it cost just to be? So you're to be approved as a electrician, and do you have to be with like?
If you want to work in someone's house, you have to do all this. You have to do this.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So how much does that cost then a year?
I don't know. Altogether.
Lots.
Yeah. Well, not lots. Like over 1,000, I imagine.
Right. Okay.
For the basics.
I'll stop complaining about being a member of the BABCP and paying £160 a year to do it.
Nurses have to do it, don't they? They have to do but I think it's like every 3 years for them. They have to do something.
It's called the PIN, isn't it?
Do you have to pay for that, Matt, or does your job pay for it? Because I understand Phil paying for it, because you work for yourself, Phil. You work for someone else, so they should be paying for anything you need to be.
Yes, it's called the NHS, Ben, isn't it? So in and around I work. To be fair, I work for a private organisation, don't I?
But is it not funded through the government, right?
Yeah, so that
Is that tax deductible then?
Yes, it is. So
Right.
you could claim it back, but I never do.
150 quid.
So 100. So it's basically this month I paid £82 to reaccredit myself. So I paid 82 quid to send off 2 electronic A4 sheets of paper with tick boxes for someone to say it right. He's said he's doing all this stuff, and that was it. And then I have to pay 82 quid for. That's just 82 quid for my membership and 82 quid for the sending that form, basically. It's 106, about 106. I can't remember if it's 86 or 82.
Right.
It's not much really in the grand scheme. I imagine nurses. I think nurses is more than that. I think it's. I don't know if I'm making this up.
100 quid, I thought.
it was like 250 or something to do theirs.
Looking at it.
So you could, but you can, yeah. So you can claim if you're a nurse, you can claim for a uniform. Apparently, I don't wear a uniform. Just a t-shirt and slacks. And some sandals.
I was picturing a
schmuck.
No, a turtleneck. I think you should be wearing a turtleneck
Been too hot.
while you're healing people.
Been too hot.
Maybe a maroon turtleneck.
Sometimes I wear a shirt. Depends how cold it is. I wear a shirt and a quarter zip sometimes.
Oh, businessman.
It's the bottom quarter.
Yeah.
I love those. They're so in right now. They're so hot right now. The bottom quarters.
Bottom quarters.
Yeah.
Ah, dear.
I've been doing a kitchen up round the corner, and I first fixed it a couple of weeks ago, and they're having the kitchen done by one of the big companies. I can't remember who.
Wren.
Howdens.
I don't think it was definitely not Howdens, but one of the big companies. And then was it Friday? No, it was last Friday. About 2:30 in the afternoon, I get a panicked phone call from a customer. The kitchen fitters, they've fitted an outside tap, and they've cut through all your wires.
Oh, ka-ching!
All the power's gone off.
Oh, no.
Fuck's sake.
I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Ugh. I don't think I got home. I was still at work, so I got there. If I was just finishing a job around the corner, I said, no worries, I'll be there in half an hour. And turns up, and this guy's like really apologetic. He's taking like a twin-bladed angle grinder just straight through, cook a feed and ring me. And I say, it's all right, these things happen. It's no biggie. And he's called Alexi, he's called. And we were chatting away, and he was sort of watching me. And I said, where have you come from? He went, Russia.
Really?
Yeah. And I went, no, I mean, have you come from Manchester? Because like a lot of the Eastern Europeans, they move to Manchester and Liverpool,
Right.
and they'll travel 50 miles
Right. Okay.
and work like dogs,
Yes.
ungodly hours. But he was local.
Okay.
But then his mate Yuri turned up.
Gagarin.
Yuri, another Russian, but he lived in Manchester, and he had this mad Manchester Russian accent. I've never heard anything like it.
Brilliant.
Oh yeah,
Was he working as a kitchen fitter? This guy.
they're both kitchen fitters, yeah,
Right. Okay.
for one of these big companies.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I can't even attempt to tell you what it is. It was odd words, just had this mad mank twang. It was really bizarre. And but he'd been living over here for several years.
Did he get
It
his,
just made me laugh the way he looked at me dead like Russia, like I was gonna have a go at him for being a Putin.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. Did
something,
did he not get his opinion on the Ukraine war?
No, I mean, it's fucking Friday. We're at work. It's like,
So,
what-
Lexi, what do you make of the annexation?
what the fuck are you playing at?
Oh, I've got one here. Oh, bloody hell.
No, we didn't talk about that, obviously.
No,
But
kept it civil. Well, did you talk about Prussia?
no, I was Friday afternoon. I wanted to fucking get home. I just wanted him out of the way, really, so I could crack on.
What happens when someone cuts through all your wires like that? Do you just put a junction on it? Or
You have to joint them.
What does that mean?
Joint them together.
How do you do that, though?
Use maintenance-free joints, compression joints.
Right. Okay.
And I just patched it up to get the power back on, and then I went back this week to finish the job, and I put a sunk box in the wall that could be plastered over.
Right.
So with maintenance-free joints inside, it's the only way to do it properly.
Right.
You can't use these screwing
The little
connectors.
Lego brick things
No, because the screws come loose,
over time.
and those sorts of connectors have to be accessible.
Because they require maintenance
Yes.
over time.
Whereas maintenance-free joints don't.
Is that like one of those things where you put two wires in and then you squish it with the pliers? I'm talking electronics, not electrics now. But two wires.
They generally
Squishing.
push in, or some of them are lever. They're lever operated.
Oh, yeah. I think I've seen that.
And then you need to get like a set of pliers to pull the thing out if you have to pull them out. So they're solid. I think that they became prominent in Dragon's Den.
Oh, really?
The TV series, like 10, 15 years ago. There was a guy, I think it might have been Wago, the company Wago, who were the big dicks in the industry when it comes to
Swinging Wago.
compression joints.
Yeah, those little orange things. They're
Well, different colours. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they're orange in my house that I've seen.
Yeah, there's orange ones. Orange are 3-terminal, 32 amp usually from Ideal,
Right. Okay.
not
Phil,
Wago.
You're a nice guy. I bet there are people out there, electricians, who would have gone, he's Russian. Let's charge him for this. Or let's charge him anyway because he's fucked my wiring up.
I imagine
No,
that the
that's
customer
true.
did you not charge the customer?
No.
Oh,
Wow.
fuck no.
Not
He's
even for
told
the
you
box.
He's a good guy.
The box.
The Wago.
It's only a few quid. Maybe he'll, he is paying for cash. So there's that.
Right. Okay.
So
Oh, you don't have to pay tax on cash, do you?
maybe he'll slip me an extra tenner or £20 or something when the job's finished.
Hope
We'll
he
have to go back.
remembers. Do you remember I came round?
Fucking weird thing is, right? I went round one day this week because I got the message saying the kitchen's in, the worktops, tiling's done, it's ready for you. So I went to start wiring up all the appliances and all the switches and everything. And then I got a text saying, plumber's coming to fit the radiator at some point late morning, just so you know. I said, all right, is it Keith, Calamity Keith? No, it's the kitchen, it's part of the kitchen deal.
Oh.
So whoever it is, Ren or Wix or whoever, they're sending their plumber.
Mm-hmm.
No worries, I'm not going anywhere. So I was working away, and I said, hello. I've got the back doors open. It's these big, these big wide windows.
French door.
What they call them? Yeah, bifolds,
yeah.
doors. So goes out. I heard the dog barking. So I went out and he's hello. And I was, look, and there's this guy there. Yeah, it says, come for a radiator. I went, well, are you just dropping it off? No, coming to fit.
All right.
And it was this young Asian lad, early 20s. He had an Eden Hazard football shirt on
Nice.
and flip-flops. Plumber.
Nice.
That's how you work, man.
PPE, yo. No trousers.
He said, the dog, you can put the dog away. Yeah, all right. So he gets the dog. It's a little, it's like a Cocker Spaniel cross. Big softy. Nothing, no. So puts her in the hallway. So, right, dog's away. Off you trot. So he comes in and fucking flip-flops.
Don't drop that radiator.
This radiator weighs a fucking ton. It's like nearly 6 foot long radiator. Don't drop it on your feet, man. And he said, the dog, and can you put, I need to turn the water off or whatever. So I had to go and put the dog in the lounge with the owner's son. It must be a Islam thing. They're unclean. Can't,
I just thought he was scared
Yeah,
of
maybe he
dogs.
just doesn't like
nah.
dogs.
Nah, it's not that.
Right. Okay.
No, he wouldn't enter the property unless the dog was away.
Very scared of
A
dogs.
dog this size.
Yeah,
no,
but
he weren't scared of dogs.
right. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
Is that
it
a
is.
thing?
Yeah,
Right.
it depends on. I think it depends on
How
how.
scared of dogs you are.
I think it depends on how your hadiths have been interpreted by your.
Imam.
Yeah, I think there are harder lines and not so hard lines.
Right. Okay.
Like in East Asia, it's like absolutely unheard of for Muslims to own dogs. I think in the West, they can own dogs if they're for hunting or for protection of property or something. They can't be pets.
Right.
That's how I understand it. I'm ignorant of Islam, so don't give me shit over it. But that's how I thought the situation was anyway.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer here. So he fucking comes in and he's fucking about. And the customer's lad came into the kitchen to make some dinner or something. And this plumber asked him for a pencil. Can I borrow a pencil? Oh, fuck me. So he lends him a pencil. Half an hour, he comes up to me. Hey, boss, have you got a spirit level? So I said, yeah, how many? How big do you want it? He's got like 3. Just like this big. So I went to the van and got him a spirit level. I thought, what the fuck have they sent here?
Yeah.
And I left. He came just after 12. I left at 3:30 and he was still there.
Fitting one radio.
Our radiator.
That's like me. That's how long it takes me.
He left 3 times. Left the job 3 times. Oh, fuck. When he asked for me for spirit level, I went to van. He was in a Volkswagen Golf.
Fucking.
He left the job 3 times. Going away 5 minutes. Going to be back in 5 minutes. Okay.
Gas safe, obviously.
Fuck me.
You know, you are supposed to be gas safe, aren't you, to work on a?
Not to work on a radiator.
I thought you had to be because it was to
Work
do
on a
with the boiler.
No, to open the boiler.
Right,
You got to
okay.
be gas safe.
Right, so you can just send anybody to do a radiator.
I presume so, yeah. I think that just comes down to general plumbing.
Well, yeah, but I thought,
I'm sure he has his public liability insurance in place.
yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure the kitchen company will check shit like that.
Yeah. Well, what I was thinking is that perhaps somebody else had got the job who is gas safe.
Yeah, subbed it.
And
Yeah.
said, look, I pay 20 quid a month and I'll have 100 quid or whatever the price would have been for it.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what he was nipping out for, was like, I don't have any screws. Well, I need to go around the corner to borrow a drill. That sort of shit. Yeah, it's just like, fuck me. What are you getting?
I know.
Yeah, that didn't cross my mind that he might have been a subby. Yeah.
He's probably still there now.
Well, fuck me, right? So, he'd mounted it by the time I left at 3:30.
What do you mean? You put it on the wall or?
Sorry, talking. He'd fixed it to the wall, and I'm at other end of the kitchen. It's a big dining kitchen. I look over. He's asked me for a level. He's fucking pissed.
No.
He's fucking pissed. It's like, I mean, it's not straight. thought, fuck. And I had to go back the next day for some other bits. And I looked and it was still pissed. I thought, fuck me. What a joke.
That's shit.
It is tricky.
Can you name and shame the kitchen fitting
No,
company?
I don't know who it is. Couldn't tell you.
I mean, that's the other thing is that's why I suppose it's like you say, you start to scrape the barrel, don't you? If people want to go and do the football studies degrees instead of learning the trade or whatever, and doing the 4 years, that's that you learn all that stuff. Like when you were saying, if you could just pay to do it, but the thing you miss out on is going working on like thousands of jobs and all different situations, isn't it? Basically,
Yeah, that's invaluable.
Yeah. A lot of it's, what do you call it? Sort of like passed down.
Yeah.
So
Don't do it like that.
with trades. What the fuck are you doing? This is how we're doing. Guys, don't do it like that, you fucking cunt. This is how you do it. Watch, learn, observe.
Yeah.
Save yourself a fortune.
That's what you're paying
Yeah.
for, though, isn't it? The knowledge, basically, and the skill.
Yeah. Tricks of the trade is what they say, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, like I think I said this on this podcast, this very podcast.
This very podcast.
This very
one
podcast.
right here.
I fitted a toilet and a sink unit, and it took me. No, in fact, the toilet took me 36 hours, and the sink took 12 hours. And Howard, who fit the bathroom upstairs, which was the shower, bath, toilet, and sink and mirror. I think he did it in about a day, if that, a day and a bit.
Wow.
And it was just money well spent because he just did it and it looks mint.
That's
So-
it.
And the
yeah.
thing is, he'll do a better job.
Yes.
Because he's doing it every day.
Exactly.
You know.
Yes. But I just thought this is something that I think I can fit a toilet. And I did it.
Yeah.
I had to take it in and out 10 times, move pipes and stuff because I hadn't thought of anything. And then like take the toilet apart like 5 times because I don't know what order to do it in because the YouTube video that I watched was the wrong one.
Buy nice or buy twice or whatever the thing is.
Yeah. And I imagine it'll all start leaking soon as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. So are we going to pick a side then?
No.
Oh, right, okay.
Side of what?
Whose side are you on? In the war?
Polarizing week, isn't it?
Which war?
Yeah, pick one, I suppose.
Are we being asked to pick sides now in the media and shit?
Probably, yeah.
Really?
I would have thought so by now.
Who's what sides? What do I have to choose from? Who's the side?
I suppose we would have to go Israel and the US versus Iran and
Got Palestine, the entire Arab nations.
Israel and the US, please. They've got more bombs.
that's one of the things I was going to say before we started. Have you seen any of the videos on like TikTok or on the internet about the hypersonic missiles and stuff?
No.
So there's loads of people flying to Cyprus, and you can see the rockets going from Iran to, and Syria's in between Iran and Israel, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
There's an entire massive country in between them, flying over. So apparently you can see them as like videos
From
and stuff.
Cyprus.
From Cyprus, or flying to into Cyprus, like Larnaca or wherever. You can see them going into Israel because it's quite. When you look on the map,
Cyprus
it's
is close, yes.
Yeah.
Just across in the Med.
Yeah. So that's one thing. And there's another video that my wife showed me where I think it was in Iran or Israel. I don't know which one. Essentially the same. Where there's all just like these golden lights in the sky. It's all the rockets flying over and it going into the buildings or whatever.
Being intercepted. The Iron Dome. That'll be
Well, no,
Israel.
because it's been overwhelmed, hasn't it? Because sending so many, it can't keep up. But yeah,
Right.
it does get quite a lot, but yeah, it doesn't stop them all.
It's more of a copper dome
Yeah, Copper Dome now, Pebble Dome.
and copper chisels.
Yes, Pounding Stone Dome. And it basically it's just like this golden light, and then it's just like, the apartment building blows up basically.
Oh
that
my
they're
God.
filming from. It's so to see the speed of it. So like in the distance, they look quite slow. They go,
Yeah.
and then there's just like that light, and it looks like one that's in the distance, and it's boom into the thing.
Fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it is. Didn't they bomb have they bombed a nuclear reactor?
Bombed a enrichment site.
Well,
This
there's
is the US. The US have
Well, that's
bombed
what
one in Iran.
that's what the US have done recently, but
Yeah.
Israel bombed a nuclear reactor, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Yeah, a couple of days ago.
A missile it or something.
It'll be fine.
This was. So I was thinking, right, okay, so there's all this hoo-ha about fucking Chernobyl. Where's the hoo-ha about? Is it okay because it's an Iranian nuclear power plant, so it's insignificant. It's not on the Eurasian plate.
I don't know if because that reactor site was built by Russia, and it's staffed by Russian nationals.
Oh, no, really?
So I don't think I think they bombed near it. I don't think they actually bombed the reactor itself, the reactor building.
But I thought
So
there
if
was.
any Russians got killed,
Well, yeah, no, that's the thing. Yeah.
shit
What?
would kick off, wouldn't it?
Nah. Really?
I think so, yeah.
You think, well, Putin's going to start a nuclear war over a few dead Russian scientists?
Maybe not nuclear, but
Nah, they won't. It's mutual assured annihilation.
The dome.
No?
So I hope not.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Yes. So, it is pointless, isn't it? That's the whole point of it, I think.
yeah, and that's a long-held belief. But it only takes one person to go, well, maybe I'll test that theory. Maybe it won't be as bad as everyone thinks. I'll just lob one into Tehran.
I think the more likely thing is some kind of terrorist, insurgent. That's the right way on American soil, or smaller with bombs, or
I think the risk of that is gone insanely through the roof.
That's what I mean.
In the last couple of days.
Or the risk of a false flag of one of those
Yeah.
to escalate things.
But going back to that, I thought I'd seen. So there was a concrete dome, and they said it was a nuclear reactor. So who knows? And it had a massive hole in it. Basically, they fired into it. But the bunker busters, this is the thing, isn't it? Where, like you said, so I was reading another article. It's a professor from the University of Plymouth, I think. Because I was thinking about like Chernobyl and thinking, what the fuck? So they're like the bombing uranium enrichment plants, aren't they? So you apparently you have to spin it, and you get out a denser uranium
Centrifuge, yeah.
from it in order to make nuclear weapons. So the higher grade uranium.
Yeah.
But he said, oh no, it's fine. So if they just blow it up, they blow the bunkers up. It's not actually that bad for us. It's not like, it's not like fusion, not fission. It's probably not going to happen and that kind of thing.
Oh no! Well, it didn't happen in. Did it happen in Chernobyl?
That was
what caused the
got
runaway.
carried away. Yeah, that was
thermal
the thing,
runway.
Yeah, it got hotter and hotter, and it melted through its
Right.
concrete.
Yes,
didn't it?
the
That was the thing.
elephant's foot. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe it won't be as bad as that. It'll just be like a dirty bomb.
Yeah, but it'd be contained in Iran. But then, I suppose that the sentiment was it's fine for us, but then surely all of that uranium, you just went, you probably don't want to breathe it in or eat it, is what they said. But all of that, if the dust surely would come out at some point.
Yeah, well, I think the site the Americans bombed is deep underground.
It's
Really
in a
deep.
mountain, isn't it? I've said read.
Yeah, so I don't know how much damage they've actually done to the actual
They don't know themselves.
infrastructure underneath.
It's 90 meters, apparently, I read.
Well, that GBU 57, I think, is just 61 meters, I think, bunker
Right.
buster.
Well, I read 90 meters.
Yeah, so if it's if
Penetrates.
there's 30 meters between it.
Mm.
But then you don't know. I mean, things.
I mean, you
shake
would
and
probably, if you were planning that, you would have the foresight, you would think, wouldn't you, to think, well, this might be bombed by the US, and then Google, okay, they've got bunker busters, that goes to 90 meters. Let's do it 200 meters.
If you're planning anything, you should have the foresight to think it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's just let's all just get on.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
So is this the last country on the list? Are we done after this, Phil?
Oh, the West Clark 7.
Yeah.
Iran was the last one, yeah. I don't know if they've missed
The
any.
Des Clark 5, wasn't that like a jazz quintet?
Yeah.
Googling.
I don't know. Yeah. How many? So they've done Afghanistan. They've done Syria. Well, they left that to Russia, didn't they?
Sudan have
Did
done
he?
themselves.
What happened to that Assad? Did he not? Was he ever deposed?
He was deposed because there's like a Islamic, an ex sort of Islamic fundamentalist group leader running things now.
Oh,
Shall I
right,
just
okay.
pause you for a second, see if this audio works?
Pausing.
Yeah.
About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say,
This is General Wesley Clark 7 in an interview from he's retired 4-star general. When's the interview from?
I think it said 2007.
about 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the Joint Staff who had used to work for me. And one of the generals called me in. He said, "Sir, you got to come in. You got to come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, "No." He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I said, "Well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al-Qaeda?" He said, No. He says, "There's nothing new that way. They just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we've got a good military and we can take down governments." So I came back to see him a few weeks later. And by that time, we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran."
Have they done Somalia?
I think it's a
Sudan.
failed state, isn't it? Pretty much Somalia. You know, pirates and that.
Yeah.
Yemen as well. That's
Would that not make it a hotbed for terrorism and pirates and stuff and mercenary kind of?
You know,
Groups.
war is a racket. Government, the US industrial complex, the military is massive. It's a huge money maker. War is a money spinner. It's good for the stock market. It's good for pensions. Good for jobs. Same over here.
Yeah.
I think globally, people are kind of turning away from the US a bit now. And there'll be a shift in power, perhaps over to China or.
Well, I think that's the reason why they're doing this, because China just signed a deal with Iran. China, Russia, and Iran are have a trilateral agreement, I think. So it's part of the play. Oh, Belt and Road initiative. They've done China had done a deal to send the Belt and Road through Iran. We can't be having that. They've already been asleep at the wheel regarding Africa, and having the Chinese exploit Africa without the world superpower showing its force. So yeah, they're putting them in check.
So if it shifts, because that would be an interesting outcome, and the balance of power shifts to China and Russia and whoever's in league with those guys. How would that look? Do you think that would happen within our lifetimes?
I don't know.
Be an interesting times to live in. What would be the problem with that? What would America do? They'd be like, "Oh, fuck."
Well, Iran is a theocracy,
Yes.
and China is a one-party communist state. So it's a no from me.
Yeah, but I mean, there's not much we can do to stop it from shifting. If it does shift, what would America do as a whole?
I think maybe that's part of the reason they're doing what they're doing now, to prevent it.
So, and then looking back into history, then it was Britain. So Britain were the empire, had the empire, and that was the first, not the first. Oh my God, sorry, that was our major superpower era, and then it's now shifted to sort of the US and that, and maybe the EU has a bit of power and whatnot. The West, it's remained in for a while, but not forever, surely. And now,
No, the West is in decline.
Yeah, exactly. Is it time to give the other guys a go? Not give the other guys a go, but is it time for that balance to shift anyway, kind of naturally? Would America just throw the toys out the pram, their nuclear-tipped toys, if there was a risk of that shift being total, and America just kind of fall into the wayside after?
Some people make the argument
years.
that it won't happen for demographic reasons, because China's declining and America's probably the only country in the West that demographically
Population
is doing well, whereas China's plummeting. They shot themselves in the foot with that stupid one-child policy, man.
Yeah, you'll have two now, aren't you?
Yeah.
There's still a lot of people over there.
Yeah, but people don't live that long, so that can shift quick, very quickly. So I don't know. It's like I said, there's nothing we can do about it.
Stay chill.
Yeah, there's no point worrying about it.
No.
Oh no,
It's not what I'd want to.
interesting.
It's not what I'd want to see happen for the reasons given. I don't want to see people executed in public, and I wouldn't want to live in a one-party state.
I mean, we used to be a one-party state that executed people in public
When's that?
during when we like Tudor times, I guess.
Well, yeah, public executions we've had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we're a monarchy.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's similar to a monarchy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It has this sort of veneer of democracy in it.
What if China shifted to a more democratic position over the next 100 years or so?
I think that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and to assist with the shift in power. Be interesting. I still think America would be pissed.
Yeah, I don't think they'll let it go that easily.
No.
It's rather a mad hypothetical,
Geopolitics.
isn't it?
Well,
You see China taking over the world.
Don't know.
We know that the system is faulty. The communist system doesn't work as well as the capitalist system. I think maybe it will
but
implode.
It's
so
not.
there would need to be a shift and a little shift.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not
I think so.
really. Well, it's a little bit of both, though. China, isn't it? It's not like Soviet communism. Would you say in China?
No.
No, it's different. But I mean, where does their strength come from? Making cheap shit that drops to pieces.
Yeah.
If the West stops buying all this shit, or if other countries become more competitive, they're struggling then, aren't they?
I think
Chinese.
that the old adage that Chinese made stuff falls apart and is crap I think that's a misnomer purely because of the amount of everything China makes anyway. So all the stuff that doesn't fall apart is made by China. All the stuff that does fall apart is made by China.
Right.
Focus on one thing because there's no other option. Like when we used to make stuff here or other countries used to make stuff, then perhaps there were movements behind, made in Britain is a mark of quality or whatever. And that's just not the case anymore.
Really?
Not because everything.
So, like
is,
German cars, your Chinese car is going to be as good, well made.
I think some Chinese cars are probably as good as some German cars.
I think when you look at the conditions that people work in over there, is QC as good as it is in the West?
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
probably
I
less
don't know.
Well, the
paperwork.
thing is, you could say that about Jaguar Land Rover, couldn't you? Famously very unreliable cars that break down a lot and have a lot of problems. But the other thing I suppose is on my mind with China is that where they are in terms of their economic development, it's been super fast, hasn't it, in 40 years to go from primarily subsistence farming to manufacturing. And then what comes as after that is normally services. They don't have a lot of natural resources, do they?
Coal by the bucket load.
And that's it. No, like gas or oil or minerals.
There's a lot of land mass. I bet there's a lot of minerals.
Yeah.
They have minerals.
I'm sure they will, yeah.
Or
what?
Processing. They have a processing. So I think the US ships a lot of minerals to China for processing.
Right, okay.
Because again, worse environmental conditions.
Yeah.
People are paid less money.
Mm-hmm.
Cheaper to send. It's like all our waste that just gets shipped over there to be dumped. You know, I don't know. I can't see it lasting. Personally.
Well, the other thing is like what Ben said. Is it 1 billion their population, or is it 2 billion?
No, it's 1.2 or something, isn't it? 1.4.
And is India 2 billion?
I think China's more than India still.
Yeah, but India's going to overtake them in the next 10 years, right?
Right.
Something like that.
I thought they had more.
And one child policy. Yeah.
But
One China.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful policy. One China policy.
One China. Yeah, I don't know. I just think, perhaps
Make China great again.
Where they are in terms of their economic development. If you think about us, yeah, that's the same thing, isn't it? When we were a superpower, we were manufacturing everything and selling our shit to everybody else.
Yeah.
And then it changes, doesn't it, over time in terms of what you do. I mean,
well, your population gets richer, and then companies can outsource your manufacturing to another country because it's too expensive to pay you.
Yes.
It's like when Fender guitars started building in Mexico. And then Korea, and then China.
Right.
Cheaper each time.
Mm-hmm.
Now Indonesia.
Yeah, Vietnam. There's a lot of Asian countries are eating China's lunch at the minute. They're threatening to take over, aren't they? Bangladesh, Vietnam.
Cambodia.
Yep, Cambodia. You look at your labels in your T-shirts, it'll say "Made in Cambodia."
Well, Vietnam is a big one, isn't it, with Cambodia?
Yeah.
When is it going to be Papua New Guinea?
When's it their time to shine?
Yeah. Yeah. Indonesia is a massive country as well, isn't it? I think that's like 200 million people or something ridiculous.
It's just a small series of islands.
Yeah, but lots of, like, I imagine they're quite large. I bet most of them are bigger than the United Kingdom.
Is Singapore in Indonesia?
I don't
Or is it a
think
separate
so.
little bit?
I think it's a bit on the main bit, isn't it?
I have no idea what
I think
Singapore
it is, isn't it?
That's Macau's an island.
Yeah, it's a Chinese island, that, isn't it?
None of us did geography at A level.
No. I'm pretty sure Singapore's on the main bit. It's not an... Is it an island, Singapore?
It's an island.
Is it an island?
Yeah, of course.
Is it?
I'm going for it,
It's
yeah.
its own state.
Is it not like a peninsula?
It has a mad, control grid, doesn't it? It's one of those countries. It was first to roll out the robots going around telling people off for littering and
Not
shit.
chewing gum, not flushing
I
the
think
toilet.
it probably has more. It's one of the places that has more CCTV cameras than like London per square mile or something.
Yeah.
It's authoritarian state.
that's- Yeah.
That's where I want to go next. When I go to China in December, I want to stop off at Singapore. I think you can do a layover there.
Is that where Dyson has gone?
Oh, is it?
Is he moved? I'm sure he was talking about this. He's moved to Singapore.
Heard it sucks.
Yeah.
Ha ha! Vacuum.
Yes. I'm pretty sure he moved his HQ to Singapore.
Right.
And because there's more people in Asia buying his stuff, basically, than in the West now.
They go where the people
Oh,
are.
like an expanding middle class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas
Heard rumours about that.
we have a contracting middle class.
I think we're contracting everywhere in Britain. It's been squashed.
Population's still going up, isn't it?
Is it?
Ours?
Yeah.
No, it's below replacement.
Is it?
Ours?
Even with
1.4, is it not?
immigration.
What about that family with 23 kids?
They're doing their bit, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Morecambe.
Yeah.
They need
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. I think America's going to have a wee.
Yeah, I thought it was about 1.4. Where we need 2.4, isn't it, for
2.4.
replacement?
2.4.
No, it's
isn't it?
2.1. 2.1. for replacement.
Okay.
For the status quo, isn't it? But yeah, I'm sure I think virtually every country in the West. Korea's really in the toilet, isn't it?
Yeah, I read that they're in trouble.
Yeah, Japan, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for young people to get settled down.
Sex.
I mean, that's always hard. Having sex is always hard.
Challenge.
A challenge. Challenge accepted. But it is hard for young people to get established.
Yeah.
Get a steady job, a place to live that's affordable, and then childcare is another thing.
Well, and that's the way to do it. You got to plan to have children. You can't just, well, you can just go ahead. And I think that's what a lot of people do, and just rely on state handouts or whatever. And I think maybe in those areas where people don't tend to, they're a bit more gung-ho. Maybe that's where areas of population growth are happening.
Right. I think it's a good thing. I think we need more. We need more young people.
More young people.
Yeah, we don't want to see the population declining.
No.
Not if you want to, hope of a pension promised.
Yeah.
The population needs to grow.
Yeah.
Because you end up with a situation where I think we're close to it now, where people are spending more time retired than when they were working.
Yeah.
The money you put in your pension, it's not the same money you draw out.
No.
It's a pyramid scheme. And if the population declines, you find yourself at the bottom of the pyramid with no one underneath you, and your pension goes bye-bye. So, Do
you think we will get a state pension?
I doubt it.
I think I'm doubting it as well.
Because is it 77 now for a state pension for a man?
67.
No.
67.
Is it?
Oh, for when we retire.
When we retire.
I think it's 6. I thought it was.
I thought it was 70s now.
Because it was 65 for a man, weren't it?
Yeah.
So it's gone up to 67.
Yes.
And we're 25 years off that.
Yeah.
Roughly. So I would imagine it's going to go to 70 fairly soon.
75, you would have thought, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So whether we'll ever see one, I don't know.
I think the other thing would be that it would start to be means tested.
Mm.
So if you have X amount of savings or whatever, you won't qualify. Or if you have if I stay in the NHS, if I stay in the NHS and they know that you've got what kind of pension is that? Can't remember what they
final
call
salary. Yeah.
Not
Gold plated.
It's not final salary. It's defined benefit. They call it now, don't they? I could see them saying that you got that, so you don't get this kind of thing, or you've got a private pension that's worth £1 million. You don't get a state pension or whatever.
So I mean, they're going to have to either rebrand or get rid of national insurance then.
Well, where does that money go anyway, Ben?
Well,
in the grand scheme,
it's where they tell us it goes, I guess.
Yeah, but can they even keep track of it?
There's no way they can afford to get rid of it and say, right, well, no one gets a pension, but you don't have to pay national insurance. But they need no one gets a pension, and the national insurance is going up by 10%.
Yeah,
that's what they need.
Well, it's probably what's going to happen, isn't it? At some point, yeah.
I don't understand that. I can't follow the money trail. I don't understand how we have so little money. Maybe I'm just dumb. But there's more people doing more things, therefore more taxes being paid, and they're higher than they've ever been. So where is that money going?
Well, one of the big ones might be the military budget black hole that doesn't get published.
Oh, yeah.
God knows how much that is. But they also, is it not edging towards 200 billion for the NHS?
Probably. It goes up by 100 billion every 6 weeks.
I know, so
they just plug these numbers out of thin air, and that's why it's difficult to follow the trail and understand where that money's being spent, and more importantly, whether it's being spent wisely. Like, classic thing that I kind of know of is the those schemes where you have to buy your fucking stationery or some bullshit, and the NHS will have one where you have to buy your pipettes or whatever from a particular company, and that particular company knows that you're tied in. I forget what they're called, these schemes, but they know you're tied in, and they charge you 50 quid for a pipette when down the road you can buy one for 50p.
Right.
But you can't go because you're contractually obliged, even though you're the NHS and it's taxpayers' money, you're contractually obliged to buy your shit from these five places that overcharge you.
Brillo pads for £12.99.
It's
Same with drugs
mental.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas the NHS should have the best bargaining chip in the world. It's one of the largest organisations in the world as far as procurement goes.
Yeah.
But they get raped.
Mm.
It's crazy. If you can buy some stuff from Amazon for cheap, you should do that. And that is spending money wisely.
Yeah.
Being forced to pay over the odds for something that you need in order to function is ridiculous. And that money isn't staying in the country. That money will be going elsewhere. It must be going elsewhere, because if it was staying in the country, we'd have more revenue coming in from VAT, etc., or whatever.
Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of drugs companies are not UK based, are they? And that would
No.
be the primary. Would that be the primary cost? I wonder what. Well, I imagine the primary cost is salaries. Maybe, is it? In NHS.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
There's 1 million people working in it. Allegedly.
Yeah. It'll be a lot. But I mean, drugs are expensive as well. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of people in dire straits who have to have drugs to live. The drug companies know this and charge.
Mm-hmm.
You could be paying more than £1 million a year for the drug to keep you alive, and there'll be more than 1 or 2 people on those drugs.
Mm.
So it's another racket, and I think the problem is successive governments, probably for decades, haven't really understood or bothered to look into where this stuff is going and question it.
Mm.
And now we're in a position where it's too late to do anything about it, and we're fucked, essentially.
It's never too late, Ben.
No, you're right, it's not. But there needs to be some sort of great reset, I think,
A great reset.
on these sorts of things.
Oh, Phil's treating himself to a stale cigarette.
This
Oh, really?
is a wonderful opportunity for a great reset.
And they have
For an old cigarette.
wow. Which one is that? Let's have a look at it.
That does smell 30 years old.
I wondered why it smelled like my teenage years in here.
That's
What pack is that? Let's have a look.
Super King's original.
Holy shit. It's not even got like a diseased lung on the front.
It has a
that's
diseased
it.
baby on it.
Is it-
Does that count?
His baby.
I think these are the oldest ones.
Nice.
Yeah.
Classic.
It's the big ones.
It's a classic. I remember when Super Kings were £2.73 for 20.
That box was probably bought for £2.60.
You're not keeping the foils stuck down. No wonder they roll bad.
No.
Oh, no.
Can't do that with a vape, can you?
No.
Can't stick its foil down.
You can't.
Wow. All of them are open, Philip.
I haven't opened them. You've opened
I
them.
haven't. No, yeah, I know. But the foil's open on all of them.
Yeah, I'd be right.
These are the 2 oldest ones because they don't have that sticky foil in them. These 2. And then the more modern cigarettes have the sticky foil in.
Just like Kit Kats.
Yeah.
The old Kit Kats. Paper and tinfoil.
Do you want a death stick?
Yeah.
What does Obi-Wan say?
I don't know.
No, I don't want a death stick.
Is that really in Star Wars? I don't remember that.
You're going to go home and think about your life.
Right.
Yeah, we watched episode 3 last night. Liar!
Oh, right, that one. Okay.
He turned you against me.
He looks a little bit like your eldest, actually, doesn't he? I can imagine him doing a good performance of a angsty
Teen.
Anakin.
Yeah, he could have been.
Yeah.
Fortnite, the last season of Fortnite had a Star Wars tie-in.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So my eldest wanted to watch the Star Wars films.
Okay.
and he made the mistake of starting with Phantom Menace.
Oh, not from the beginning.
But I was on a night out. I was on Parents' Night Out with the football team.
Okay.
So I missed the Phantom Menace. So we did Attack of the Clones last week. Revenge of the Sith last night.
Right.
And now it's going to get good. Going to get good again. Episode 4 next week.
A New Hope.
Yeah.
It's a classic shit sandwich then, isn't it? So you start with some bad news. Then you have like the nice bit in the middle.
And then it finishes.
And then you have some bad news at the end.
We're not going to watch the sequels. Come on.
You might want to go all the way through though.
Well, he might, yeah.
Andor.
I've watched, I still haven't watched either of the 2 and 3 episodes 7 and 8.
I can't even remember what happened in 7.
I can't watch them. It's like Star Wars, like the original trilogy, is the most for me, the most rewatchable films of my life. I've seen them all 50 times, maybe.
50. That's a big.
I'm guessing.
It's a big number.
Oh, maybe it's 30. Whatever. The point is that I can't watch The Last Jedi twice, so it's broken. The film's broken, isn't it? It's retarded. And Revenge of the Sith, I couldn't get through that the second time. Somehow Palpatine returned. God, brain rot. Fuck me.
Oh.
Is that the third? The third? 8?
Yeah, Poe Dameron.
9.
Poe Dameron. Somehow Palpatine returned.
Yeah.
He was thrown into the core of an exploding Death Star, but he's returned because they panicked.
We can't explain this.
They
Wait
panicked.
till you hear about Carrie Fisher.
I heard the backstory. JJ got screwed over by Disney. Right. They had an original story with a new villain.
Right.
And it was linked to that dagger. Do you remember that fucking brain rot scene where Ren, she pulls this dagger and the silhouette just happens to be where she stood. It lines up with the wreckage of the Death Star on that planet.
Right.
It's ridiculous. It's totally stupid.
Star Destroyer.
Apparently the owner of that dagger was meant to be the big bad of that final film. And Disney panicked. They haven't admitted to test screenings, but the idea, what insiders have said is that they did do test screenings. They had to reshoot, rewrite, reshoot a third of the film in the last 3 months.
The final act.
Yeah. Well, no, I think, well, probably more than that, and cuts in between.
God, there might be an original cut somewhere.
Well, there was rumours of a Lucas cut. But obviously that'll never see the light of day.
No, I've seen some interviews recently, and when he sold it, he'd written a TV show, and it had 30 episodes or something.
Right.
And look, this is what I wanted to kind of do. And he'd also written the
3 films. He'd done an outline.
and
Just a basic outline of the 3 episodes. 7, 8, 9.
I want to get
I've
deeper.
been working on it. It's kind of like poetry. It rhymes.
Yeah.
He would have gone deep into the trade history between the Jedi and.
It was meant to go interdimensional.
Oh.
The wills, something called the wills in Jedi lore. It was meant to go a bit interdimensional from what I heard.
Oh,
Obviously,
he was ahead of the multiverse, wasn't he?
yeah, they didn't buy
They
that.
panicked.
No, quick, get JJ in.
Yeah.
Get Mystery Box in. Mr. MacGuffin.
What
We need to find the MacGuffin that'll lead us to the next MacGuffin. That'll lead us to the final MacGuffin. But somehow Palpatine's returned.
What happened to the Breaking Bad guy with the black lightsaber?
Yeah,
that was in the TV show, wasn't it?
He was in Mando, wasn't he?
Oh, was it?
He got killed, didn't he?
Juan Carlos Esposito. Great actor, and he keeps getting these shit roles.
Well,
doesn't
no,
he?
I mean, he's been famous for 15 years, hasn't he? So, and then he's just, I think he was reasonably old, wasn't he? And he's just making hay whilst the sun shines, I imagine.
Good.
And I don't blame him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've heard great things about Andor season 2.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Have you not watched it?
I've not watched Andor season 1.
No, neither have I.
No one did, because
We all know it's rubbish.
no fatigue, because they've just been served so much shit.
Well, maybe it's time. I've not watched the Star Wars thing for a long time.
The Drinker, the EFAP boys, they glaze Andor season 2. They say it's brilliant. Some of the best TV in years.
Wow.
Literally years. I think the budget was over 200 mil now on season 2.
I don't know.
It looks great. The story's fantastic. The characters, they said it's close to perfect TV.
It's no Rings of Power, though, is it?
Or the Wheel of Time. Wheel of Time.
It's no Willow. They removed it.
Yeah, they took it off.
They took it off.
It was that
Yeah,
bad.
It was that bad, yeah.
That's mad.
No, but I'm sort of curious to go and watch Andor. I think the first season's slow from what I've heard.
Yeah, I
and the
tried
second
watching
season is slow. It's in 3 chunks.
There
Right.
is
From what I believe, like three episode chunks or something.
React.
the good point though. I'm pretty sure in the first series, if she makes it, there is an unbelievably attractive female lead in it.
Oh, is
In
there?
Andor?
I'm sure.
It's a guy, Jimmy.
Yeah, I
Andor.
know, but the female lead,
Oh, okay.
maybe his love interest or the TNA.
Chapped.
Oh, I didn't know there was.
I'm sure there's a really that I've seen her in other stuff. I think
Is she green?
no, she's like a Latina
That's
woman.
10 points off.
Yeah.
I want the green with the long snaky
Head
skull.
tails.
Head tails. Like they threw when those fucking horrific George Lucas remasters of the original trilogy. We threw in that scene with the dancing woman and the song, the CGI monster singing. In Jabba's lair in
Oh.
Return of the Jedi.
I can't remember.
Fortuna was in there. He's a head tail guy.
Bib Fortune, yeah. Before Luke battles the
Amarog.
big beast.
Yeah, the Gagarog.
No.
Lord of the Rings. The Balrog.
The Morgoth.
I know.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, what's it called?
I don't know.
The
The stop motion beast thing.
And
in the cave. In the
he
pits.
has a jailer who's really
Yeah.
sad when he dies.
Yeah.
Not the Sarlacc, the other one. Not the
No,
Not
so
a
like you'll be
panther.
digested slowly over 1,000 years.
Rancor.
The Rancor. You'll be slowly digested over 1,000 years until you escape and get your own series.
Also, Palpatine's here.
The Rancor. Yeah. The Rancor made an appearance in. Was it the?
Was it Man?
Solo.
Was
It's
it
a solo
Mando?
thing, wasn't it?
I thought it was one of the series. I thought it was Boba. The Book of Boba.
The solo movie.
That was meant to be a film, wasn't it? Book of Boba
Oh,
Fett.
thank God it wasn't.
Well, the shit the pants after Solo
Right.
flopped, and so they started putting stuff onto series on streaming. I don't know what's next for Star Wars. It's the film, isn't it? Mando film. I mean, who's excited about that?
Don't even know what's happening.
It's this year, I think.
Is
Maybe
it?
no, next year maybe.
I just finished watching. Last thing I watched, sorry, was Mission Impossible, the last one. It's good. It's good to.
Mission Impossible, the last one, is that the name of it?
Yeah.
To be fair,
Final Reckoning.
I watched because I knew that had been released, and I think it, unfortunately, even though it's made $500 million, I don't think that's enough for it to.
Break even.
Yeah, well, I think it. Well, yeah, if you take in advertising and all the rest of it. But I watched the first part because it's come on Netflix.
The Dead Reckoning.
Yeah,
Yep.
and,
We watched that before we went to the cinema.
Yeah, and I assume it's come on to Netflix in order to boost.
Yeah.
Right, that one's out.
Well, it worked for us.
Watch this first.
So I can't help this. But Sniper Mike in the chat so said, Star Wars under Disney feels like it's been digested over 1,000 years.
Very true.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
slow death.
I've
isn't it?
heard the new Mission Impossible film has a quite fantastic, gratuitous Haley Atwell boob shot.
Yeah, she has
yes.
got surprisingly large norks,
Chips.
hasn't she?
You just discovered this.
Yeah, I didn't realise.
Wow.
She was in some kind of Marvel thing before
Captain
Marvel.
America. She's Captain America's love interest.
Yeah, but was she not? Did she not get her own TV show
Yeah.
Before-
Agent Carter.
before it was on Disney? Before Disney was a thing. Disney
No.
Plus.
Oh,
It was before Disney Plus. I'm sure
maybe.
it was.
Maybe.
I'm sure it was.
I think it only did a season and was cancelled, though.
Yeah, because why?
But she's had bit parts in some of the other Marvel films. Then, hasn't
Right. Okay.
she seems like a good sport. From what I've seen of her, she seems cool.
So yeah, I mean, it's very difficult to make a film when the antagonist is AI, and
Fuck.
and it goes into.
I've got a great stat for you.
Spoilers.
Yeah, no, yeah, don't ruin the film. I imagine it makes it to the end. So yeah, I was trying to watch it. It was like awful to be like the first 20 minutes is awful, and then it's just into all of his amazing stunts that he does, and then I quite enjoyed it.
Which is what you want.
Yeah, like all the things and like knowing, I suppose, the big thing is that he does it all, and it was I quite enjoyed it in the end. I got over the story.
Here's a stat for you. Tom Cruise in this last film is older than John Voight was in Mission Impossible 1.
Wow, shit.
That's crazy,
cool.
isn't it? It was is he 62?
I don't know.
I think he's 62
He
now.
don't look it.
No, he doesn't.
No. Well, that's
Have you seen Noel
Scientology.
Edmonds?
It's,
I know, yeah.
It's all that going clear.
Yeah.
It's all that clearance that's done it for him. Noel Edmonds looks like a fucking $1 million man. Ted DiBiase. I was waiting for him to team up with Erwin R. Shyster at Royal Rumble 25. The SummerSlam.
That'd be ace.
Does he? Have you not got that? Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, I mean, you're just poor. You're not healthy and good looking.
How old is Noel Edmonds?
75. Yeah.
What? There's a trend here because like RFK Jr. is like that. He's ripped, and he's in his 70s.
Well, it's
Steroids.
well, the big one is testosterone therapy, isn't it? Rather than steroids, because steroids and is it HGH, human growth hormone, can cause other issues, can't it? But testosterone replacement apparently is.
I've heard that once
low
you
risk.
start it though, you're on that horse forever sort of thing.
Okay.
Horse tranquilizer. PCP.
Yeah.
I think there's more to it than just injecting testosterone. They must go to the gym and shit.
Oh yeah. You have to work out, don't you? You can't just take the testosterone.
I'm out.
Testosterone. 5 minutes in the gym.
Yeah. Fuck me. What's that thing? It'll come back to me in a minute. But the other one is I don't know her name. Is she called Kris Jenner, the Kim Kardashian's mum? Have you not seen those pictures of her?
No.
And she's like had all this work done, and she looks like she's 40, basically, or 30, 40.
Rolling back the years.
Yeah. Adrenochroming. That's it.
Oh, man.
That's all I can think of with all of these people, basically.
Blood transfusion of like a under.
Oh, it's
20.
like that guy who takes his son's
Yes.
blood.
Yeah.
Plasma, isn't it? Yeah, he takes his plasma.
It's like literal vampirism, isn't it?
It's like this,
Well-
the South Park stem cells episode.
The one is Brad Pitt. He's 60. Have you seen what he looks like? He's fucking mad.
Ripped.
Yeah.
Can't wait till I'm 60 and look like that.
He's get better over the next 20 years.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
I assume that's how it works.
Botox, fillers,
Lipo.
facelifts, insane amounts of working out,
Ozempic, Manjaro.
Manjaro.
What's the third one?
I don't know.
Deathbound. No, it's not. It's that's the slang name for it. Deathbound. Can't remember.
Right.
There's 3, isn't there? 3 big companies.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure if that's a good idea, that one.
No, it's like the side effect profile looks pretty horrific. It was a diabetic medication, no, originally.
I think so.
Well, yeah, I mean, it seems this is not medical advice.
You know a doctor?
I am not a doctor.
Me either.
But type 2 diabetes is, there's a lot of stories out there, isn't there, about that being reversed because it's thought to be weight related. So the way it was explained to me was that when you have so many fat cells, it stops the metabolism of glucose or something like that. It slows it down. And that's why you start taking like metformin. You take metformin, and sometimes you take insulin when you're type 2 diabetic. But a lot of people seem to be able to reverse that by losing weight.
Kidney disease as well. That can be reversed. So it's in stages.
Mm.
So you get like stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and like you get diagnosed with stage 3. You change your diet, it reverses back. I had a family member who had that.
Oh, right.
Just goes back. It's like start living normally
Yeah.
or healthily, like how we're supposed to,
Yeah.
and things can right themselves often in some cases.
Mm.
Lifestyle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
but
it's
that's
time.
90% of it. I think in a lot of cases, it's lifestyle change that does the most good. for
Yeah.
someone with
Yes. This is why I don't understand, I want to get into that now, the fucking DNA testing
Oh,
for
yeah.
incurable genetic diseases. It's like, put the money in the chronic illnesses that are going to weigh us down over the next 50 years.
Yes.
Not screening babies for diseases with no cures for.
Mm.
In some database that's going to get hacked and you're going to get cloned.
Wegovy on the chat.
Wegovy, that's the other one I was looking for.
Yes,
Mounjaro,
yeah,
Ozempic, Wegovy. Yeah, they're all the same. It's some sort of inhibitor, I think, isn't it? But it's the same compound, just different brand names.
Yeah, they
Slightly different.
that hormone that makes you feel full, isn't it, or something?
Yeah,
Mimics it.
Semaglutide.
that's the one. Semaglutide.
Mm. What I have to do in order to have that is reach the point of shame with eating. And when I feel that shame feeling,
I ride the fence.
I'm full. I'm
then
full
carry
now.
on.
I can stop.
I went to Lidl and I've discovered Lidl's own Dr. Choc
What's Dr. Chong?
chocolate.
Oh, right. Okay.
Chocolate covered peanuts and chocolate covered raisins.
Is he a real doctor?
I mean, it would be false advertising, would it not? If he's not a real doctor.
He's a doctor of chocolate.
He's a chocolatier, I think.
Right, okay.
Maybe.
Maybe he's
I
got a
bet you
PhD
could
in it.
have a
pretty-
PhD in chocolate formulation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it works out something like 60p per 100
Nut.
grams
Right.
of chocolate. So bang for your buck
Yeah.
for a snack.
Okay.
You know, a Whisper bar is maybe £1.60 per 100 grams.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
When you go to the supermarket now, they do the prices
Yes.
per
they do.
weight.
They do.
So you can see when you're getting bent over. Oh, that looks like a good deal. Oh, it's not though, is it?
No.
These kitchen towelettes that you
Yes.
have on offer with the big £1.99 today. When you look at the next row, the ordinary kitchen towels that aren't on offer are actually cheaper per sheet.
Yeah.
Often it's marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Dubai chocolate.
Oh, did you bring any back?
Yeah. It's dirt cheap.
Did you not bring any?
No.
Okay.
My daughter's eating it.
Oh,
What's it like? What is the thing? I've heard of it, but I don't know what
It's chocolate filled with pistachio and kefir, I think it is, or something.
Kefir. What
Something beginning
that's
with K.
yogurt, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's something beginning with K. It's like shredded wheat. So imagine shredded wheat and pistachio in chocolate, except it costs you 20 quid for a small bar.
Why is it so expensive?
I don't know.
Because it TikTok.
Popular. It's like bloody what's prime juice, whatever it was back in a couple of years ago.
4 years ago.
Can't give it away now. It won't
I know.
stop.
Now I know, yeah. It's always on offer. Vile.
And you go to Dubai and it's obviously like 50p a bar or something.
Right.
I mean, how does it taste? Does it taste particularly?
It tastes kind of pistachio-y
I like pistachios.
and a little bit sort of like, it's not toffee like, but I suppose it's caramelly. There's the caramelly, no, well, like a wafery undertone, like a Kit Kat, like a nutty Kit Kat, I would describe it.
I'm sure you can make your own. There must be recipes
you
on
can.
YouTube
And
now.
I bet there's been pistachio chocolate for ages, just no one's noticed it.
Yeah. Before the TikToker took over.
Yeah.
I blew everyone's heads off last night at tea time.
Why?
I made
I
a.
thought it was quiet.
USA's attacked Iran. There's no hope. Boom, boom, boom. I made a Cajun sausage jambala.
Oh.
That sounds nice.
Have you heard of a jambala?
We used to make them. Yeah, we've not done it for a while. Yeah.
Oh.
We like them. Yeah.
What's your How do you do it? How do you do your jambala?
Well, from memory, it's been so long ago. I think it was something like rice.
Is it jambalaya?
Yes.
Jambalaya, yeah.
It's jambala. Sounds more exotic.
Jumanji. Cajun sausage Jumanji.
From memory, it's like stock, rice, chorizo, prawns, and
Chorizo.
peppers.
Chorizo.
That's the one that I seem to remember making. Yeah,
What seasoning?
that's the chorizo.
Oh gosh, right. Oh, I put a lot of Cajun seasoning in.
Well, yeah,
That's why it was like hotter than hell
yes.
on Friday. This was Friday.
Oh yeah, on a hot day.
Any yogurt, Dad?
No, sorry, it was yesterday. Yeah, it was hot as hell, and they were like Cajun seasoning. I think they have Scotch bonnets and shit in Cajun seasoning, don't they?
Well, they have just pepper and
Yeah,
chili, I
it's a
imagine.
bit.
yeah.
They said, please don't make it as hot next time."
Punishment.
Chicken. It has chicken in it as well. Chicken. Yeah.
Like thighs.
Yeah, so it had prawns, chicken, and chorizo, I think.
It's a bit like a paella
Yeah.
in a way.
It's like a southern
Different spice, yeah.
Oregano.
Louisiana kind of thing, isn't it?
Like a crayfish broil.
yeah.
My recipe called for oregano and paprika.
A what now?
Yeah, I imagine all of that was in it. Oregano?
2 cloves of garlic.
Not
chop-
two bulbs in mine.
Yeah, man.
Chopped tomato, chicken stock,
Yeah.
sausage, pork sausage. I did.
Peeled.
No,
Ooh.
fried and then chopped.
Right.
With the skin on.
Did you
Yeah.
and then when did you form that into the giant sausage roll?
A jambala sausage roll. A sausage jambala roll.
A jambala roll, I think, would be.
Did you use risotto rice or long grain?
I would imagine. I don't think we would have got risotto now, so it would have been long grain.
I think it would have been better with risotto rice. It seemed to take a long time to soak up the juice, and still the rice was a bit like risotto's nicer.
it
Bit of
is,
shredded
isn't it?
wheat in there, sort that out.
Yeah. Soak up anything. It's like if the dog's sick. The dog's throwing up in corner, quick, grab a shredded wheat. Show that on and step on it. It's like, you remember its skill? Fucking sawdust.
Oh,
Kid
yeah.
would throw up. All right, just pile sawdust on it and be right. There's some green paper towels.
Yeah. God. I can still smell those.
Yeah.
Great, wasn't it? Going to school in the 80s.
Someone, I was talking to somebody at football the other day, someone's mum, and they said they went to a bar in Blackpool. I don't know if she was taking the. I still don't know. It's just reminded me whether she was taking the piss or not. And they have sawdust on the floor.
Like a Western country theme bar.
Well, it's called Shenanigans. It's like, have you ever seen it? You ever seen it on the front of Blackpool?
Right. When's the next Amish Inquisition?
I know, yeah.
night out?
Live podcast at Shenanigans.
Yeah, but I didn't know she was saying it because, it like to say it was rough. Or it was like, you know, it's so rough it's got sawdust on the floor, or
Did you
it
just say
literally
it's
has
a-
sawdust on the floor.
Like a spit and sawdust establishment.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if whether she was taking the piss or it genuinely. It's like their thing that they've got sawdust on the floor.
I don't
So
know.
it's not much of a USP, that is it?
Yeah, so I think she might have just meant it was rough.
Probably rough.
I think she went into a Mark Kelly's. Have you seen? Well, when was the last time you went to Blackpool?
5 years,
I
maybe?
went to Sandcastle a few months ago, maybe.
You never like been
Don't go
into
to the
the
pubs.
bit behind, like the first row of
Fuck
stuff.
that, no.
So have you ever seen the big Mark Kelly's near? It used to be where the bus station. I don't think the bus station's
What's
there.
Mark Kelly's?
Is that an
Have
Irish
you never
bar?
have you never heard of Mark Kelly's?
No.
So it's a famous bar in Blackpool, and they have a huge one. It's like, and it's open 24/7, karaoke, basic trestle tables and chairs,
Yeah.
and people are in, and there's like just people outside hammered all day and night, basically.
Sounds
But-
delightful.
Now there are basically it's a brand that's so powerful in Blackpool. There's about 20 of them. So like if you go out of the town centre, they've took over like these little tiny pubs, and they're called Mark Kelly's. They're everywhere,
Wow.
basically, and all the same karaoke. People stood outside, fucking smashed.
It's because the brewery's dipped out. Like when I worked for a company, when I was an apprentice, you could spend all day doing maintenance on, well, Thwaites pubs in Blackpool. There was 100, maybe 100 of them. Not 100. 50. But the breweries started bailing and selling the land and selling the buildings, and that leaves an opportunity for an independent Markelly entrepreneur. Spot a gap in the market. Oh, we'll buy that and so I put a bit of sawdust down. It'll be right.
And shenanigans.
Get some some trestle tables in.
Shenanigans is on the front.
Yeah.
Near, I can't remember. Is it near the Central Pier or the North Pier? North Pier, I think it'll be. Yeah. I imagine it's quite expensive to rent on the front still.
Used to be Big Yates's on front.
It burnt down, didn't it?
Did it burn down?
Well, it was a little bit. Oh no, there was one that
There was more than
at
one.
South Pier, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Near the south shore. That's something else now. I don't know if it's even open, but there was another Yates is on the north, further back, a couple of roads back, and that burnt down a while ago.
Oh. What are you doing next Saturday?
I have to check my diary, the family diary.
I think I've got a free night.
I think she's out
Oh,
for her sister's birthday.
Oh, she's always out.
I know, social butterfly.
I know.
I'd have to double check, but I was round at it was my nephew's birthday today. So up at Longridge this afternoon, and I'm sure I heard talk of a night out next Saturday for a meal, but I might be wrong.
Right. Shenanigans.
I mean, that sounds great to me.
We could get the train, couldn't we?
Do food.
We could go to the train, have a nice meal in Weatherspoons. A couple of nice Weatherspoons in Blackpool.
Oxymoron?
So there's
Has anyone ever had a nice meal in Weatherspoons?
They're fine, aren't they?
Fine.
You won't die from eating it, will you?
Fine, mighty fine. Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What we could do, maybe we could do a poverty night out in Blackpool,
then get the last train back and go to the warehouse.
or get an Uber or a taxi down to Lytham
Oh my gosh.
and do a nice night out in Lytham.
I think it's Lytham Festival next weekend,
Oh, fuck that.
isn't it?
I don't
Oh,
know.
is it?
It'll be
Yeah.
just too busy then.
Well, it's,
Alanis Morissette.
it's Glastonbury next weekend, isn't it?
Surely it won't be on the same weekend, will it?
Don't know.
Why? Like they're in competition?
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
Quite popular now, Lytham, isn't it?
I don't know. Oh, my brother's going. No, Lytham Festival isn't next weekend.
Is it not the August bank holiday? Isn't it right at the end?
I'm not sure.
Don't know.
Sure.
Right. Sure.
My wife still thinks I'm going to Bournemouth.
Play me a bit of FC 25, bit of FIFA. Yeah, climbing the ranks, packing some players.
How many times have you managed to play it in the last week?
Oh well, to be honest, I haven't really played this week. I played Champs on Monday and Tuesday night. Champs is like the ultra competitive elite level
Okay.
FC 25.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's different game modes. There's a game mode where you play against AIs called Squad Battles. I play on Legendary mode
Okay.
against the AIs because I'm that good. Then there's Division Rivals where you play against a human. One human. You have a team each. And you climb the divisions, and the higher the division, the better the rewards you get at the end of the week. And then there's something called Weekend League. And every Thursday, Champions game mode opens, and you have to qualify to play in the Champions. You get 5 games. You used to have to win 3. Now you only have to win 1. And it's ultra competitive. And then once you win your qualifier, you get 15 games. And the amount of wins you get out of that 15 determines your reward. And I played earlier this week, and I got 8 wins out of 15. And I was quite unlucky on a couple of games. I had a disconnection.
Okay.
Internet went out.
Yeah.
And various other
Mishaps.
food bars, yeah. It's fun. It's quite fun. I've not played with my Aberdeen crew for a while. We tend to be at cross purposes.
Right.
They seem to be on when I'm like taking the lad football training or something, and we passing ships in the night.
Mm.
It's you know it's something to do of an evening.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do? Go to bed?
No. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I do. Great stuff.
While I was away, I noticed that they had, in every toilet, they had a little jet wash thing.
For your junk?
I assume for whatever you need to spray.
Do you mean in it like a cubicle or in a hotel toilet?
So I was in the hotel toilet,
Oh,
and it was also in every cubicle.
I'm just wondering about the
Cleanliness. of it.
using a public rinser.
Yeah, I didn't use any public rinsers. I used the one in hotel, and let me tell you, it is
Revolutionary.
life changing. Yeah,
Did they have toilet paper?
they do. Yeah. But I preferred the jet wash.
Are you
And
not
then
supposed
a
to?
little dab?
I thought I would have thought you were supposed to douche and then
Dab
dry.
afterwards. Yeah. I used toilet paper to dry.
Yeah.
It was,
Wait,
it was
say
like
dab.
46 degrees.
You say dab, do you mean like
Yeah,
douche?
that's
and
what I
then-
felt like doing after after the jet wash.
Yeah.
It was good.
Are you going to get a bidet then?
I see there was a bidet in the room as well.
Matt will fit
I
it for you.
thought-
Second
Yeah.
3 days.
I reckon I could do a bidet in 16 hours.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure I could operate the bidet as efficiently as the jet wash power spray.
Well, in some ways, how did you jet yourself? Did you have to like hang over the toilet and then
I essentially
Jet yourself.
squatted over the toilet and jetted myself, so there was
and
no
then where does the blowback go?
into the toilet.
Are you,
I kind of like just went down through
did you do
the
it from the front?
legs. Yeah, front to back. I wasn't going to spray shit all over my balls.
So you got to go through the legs.
Through the legs,
Yeah.
lean back, think of England.
Oh, lean back.
Well, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't
I think
know
I-
you did it?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to lean back too far. You have to get to your area, the gooch area.
You want to get beyond the gooch, surely.
yeah, the
the
whole
grundle.
thing,
Yeah.
the whole zone is
The back eye.
is doused.
Right. Okay. Is it not? I'm sure I was talking to somebody, and I don't know if it was in Italy, and they had little napkins next to the bead, like cloth.
That's me. They're in Italy. They had little like thinner towels next to the
bidet.
bidet, and I
Right.
thought, oh, surely you don't just kind of dab your ass down and then leave them.
Yeah.
There wasn't much on the toilet paper while I was away. After you,
I mean,
after the
what had you been eating versus what had come out?
I tend to eat a lot of raw stuff while I'm away.
Why?
I don't
Would
know.
you like living on the edge?
I don't. I ate a lot of sushi while I was in Dubai.
Right. Okay.
That's quite popular, and
Mhm.
tartar.
Right.
So I don't know.
no chippies.
There's kebab shops. Did have kebabs, but yeah, nothing super weird.
Did you eat?
I shook a lot of hands. I was more concerned about that. I bought some hand sanitizer.
Not if
I
everyone,
shook a lot of hands, Phil.
if everyone was douching
Exactly. You know where
in
that's going.
public douching.
Public douchage.
again?
Pardon?
Do I have to lick my phone again?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Would you lick a public douche?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. no.
system.
I think if you had an especially hairy ass, it would be even better because
What do you mean if?
I know. I was trying to avoid the on the nose stuff, but I think it's good. It's great. It's good. Don't know why we don't have it over here. Should save money on toilet roll, less fat bergs, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I don't think have I used a bidet? I think so. A bidet is more
I've never
complicated.
used a bidet. It
It's more
looks
complicated because
yeah.
you've got to lower yourself over the flow.
Yeah.
And then I suppose then you've got to dab yourself and then throw the dabbing paper into the toilet that's next to it.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, it's all in one, isn't
You
it?
just psh, and then you're going to wipe anyway. So yeah,
I know my kids could do with it. To be honest with you,
yeah.
So
Yeah, well, you
it's-
can
it's
clean.
horrific.
You could if you were particularly, pebble dashing the whole bowl. You could use the douche, power douche
Oh,
to
that's the
clean
other
the
thing.
bowl as well.
is it warm though?
Yes.
Oh, it was warm.
Yeah, everything was warm over there, but yeah, it was warm. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Was it even warm inside?
No, it's everything's air conditioned.
Yeah.
Like, it was when I came back like yesterday. We went to town and it was warmer in the buildings in town here than it was in Dubai.
Yeah, because everything runs off petrol there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. Get yourself was it a douche, a power
Douche and a B-day.
Maybe not and a B-day. I think that's overkill.
Well,
What-
you don't know what I'm dealing with, Ben.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe get both.
Would you have liked one of those Japanese toilets then that had the douche and the dryer,
I would love to go to Japan.
just to douche and dry?
I would. Yeah, part of that experience would be the old douche and dry.
What's the tobacco replacement market like in Japan?
It's limited.
Is it?
Yeah,
Do you
there's-
just like smoking there?
There's a big one big player. I don't know the situation in Japan.
Maybe that's what you need to do. If you
I
want
know,
to
yeah,
go.
yeah. Well, if I can get a business case for going to Japan and using the douche and dry,
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll be there in a flash.
Yeah.
Don't know how to fly there. You have to go to via Hong Kong maybe, or
God knows it's like miles. What the fuck? Oh, it's the stuff off your headphones. It's all stuck on your ears and your neck. Wow. My mind disintegrating like that.
it's because
It's because he podcasts so
he's a
much
fuck.
harder than us, doesn't he?
yeah.
They're falling to bits.
It's Cosmic Summit this weekend.
Again.
It's every year. I've been following Stiggy on Twitter.
Oh, he's not
Stiggy got
going.
invited. He's
Oh,
a speaker.
He's doing a
Ah, good lad.
presentation.
Yeah, he's doing a speaker. Gary Nerdrotic is
Oh yes, because he's got
part
the
of the
second channel.
Explorers Day, Explorers presentation. Mark Young, another previous guest, is there.
Which one's Mark?
Mark Young was the guy, the microspherical guy from Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
He was good.
Part of the Comet Research Group. Antonio Zamora, previous guest, is there, talking about Carolina Bays. This is all arranged by George Howard, another previous guest.
Previous guest.
Yeah.
And loads. Nikki Anna's there. She's not speaking. She's just a guest. She's just there. Loads of people are around. Dav's there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
And,
God, where's our invite?
No,
We are the hub,
We
and they are the spokes.
honestly, fucking delusions of grandeur. I spoke to another guy. I heard another Carolina Bays guy who's got some interesting countervailing
a bit of BBC balance.
philosophy, not philosophy,
Theology.
hypothesis.
What? Hypocrisy?
Hypotheses.
An alternative to the alternative hypothesis on the Carolina Bays and how and why they were, and when, more importantly, when they were formed. And I heard him on another podcast. Forgot it was a Cosmic Summit. I dropped him an email just saying, I just wanted to send him an email saying I thought you did really well on the Danny Jones podcast. So I was really impressed. And then I thought, well, I might as well say I have a podcast and, whatever. And he emailed me straight back saying, yeah, let's do it.
Right.
So hopefully in August, he'll be coming on.
Sweet,
Good.
that'll be good.
Yeah. Younger Dryas, all that shit. The Carolina Bays is mad. It was when it was raining ice bombs across North America.
Yeah. If it's true.
But when is the key? Maybe it wasn't at the Younger Dryas boundary.
When will it happen next? Is the question.
Hey, that's like glacial fluctuation we have now is, geologically speaking, relatively new.
We all wear masks.
I think it started at the
Went over his
Pliocene.
head, that one, I think. Right.
Pliocene boundary 2.5 million years ago.
Okay.
That we start getting ice ages.
Right.
That's
when that plasticine was removed, is that what caused the ice to shift?
maybe. Or maybe when we got smacked and the obliquity of the orbit changed. Oh.
Who knows? We'll find out in August.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh.
Cool.
Cool.
I forgot to press record.
Oh, fuck. Yes, as well.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, but the audio wasn't working, was it, for the first 10 minutes?
Oh, no.
That'd be right.
It won't. I have to fix it. I'll have to fix it. Fix it in post.
How are you going to fix it in post?
Hey, guys, this week's podcast.
Nailed it. In a magical world where Phil forgets to press record.
That's right. We'll just push it now.
It's like, there's no point. Dead. DOA. Is there any more good films coming out this year? Oh, there's a big summer of shitstorms, isn't there?
Superman.
Yeah, Jurassic Park's gonna own them, own them both.
And then there's a third one, isn't there?
Fantastic
Four
Fantastic Four, yeah.
with that guy who never gets any roles, Pedro Pascal. Never in out that guy, is
He's
he?
so underused. Oh, I tell you what, I was disappointed by that he was in the Mushroom Program. Have you watched the second series of that?
Oh, Last of Us.
What a
watched some of
whiny,
it, yeah.
fucking navel-gazing piece of shite TV that was in the end.
Was the first season good?
Yes.
Yeah, it was good, yeah.
I mean,
It
a
fell
lot
off
of
a
it.
cliff.
A lot of it is how completely unlikable she is as a lead for a TV program.
Potato.
That's what she's called.
That's what we call it on the internet.
Is it Potato? She's awful in it.
She's the girl
She's so
from
annoying.
She's the girl from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Is she
gonna
a
be a
Mormon?
dad.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's like fucking orcs crying, isn't it?
It's 5 years too late, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, the world's moved on. There's a rejection of this wokishness.
I've got a feeling that her love interest that she's going to be the father of that baby to, who's actually the Chinese guys or whatever he is, Korean, one of those, parent of, I think she auditioned for the role of, what's she called?
Ellie.
Ellie, because she looks
She
like
looks
Ellie.
more like Ellie.
Ellie from the game, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And I thought, no, you can be the love interest in season
I
2.
said that to my wife. I said she looks more like Ellie than.
I think, and she's got that kind of shtick.
She can act.
She's more watchable. She's obviously more attractive, which and I'm really trying not to play into this, but it probably does play a thing.
The boat place thing.
Yeah.
What about the Chebs? Does that play a thing?
All the time. But I suppose, I think, yeah, I just don't know what it is about her. It's
Just
so annoying.
Unlikable.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Is it because she's so plain looking?
No, I don't think so.
She's a bit weird looking, isn't she? Would you say? Like, she's a bit sort of... Is she androgynous, would you say, a little bit?
Oh, right. Interesting. Maybe.
I don't know. Just in terms of, like, a facial feature.
Was she in Obi-Wan as well? She's the little kid in Obi-Wan.
No, she's, like, 5. She's, like, 21, isn't she, in real life or something?
Is she?
Yeah. Early 20s, I think.
I didn't watch the first season. I had no interest.
I played the game.
I didn't play the game.
I
So.
played the game. The game was brilliant.
But I heard the second game got panned for a certain golfing decision they made. Golfing decision in Last of Us 2 with Joel.
Yes.
Joel goes for
Oh,
on the back nine.
yeah.
God, have you watched this program or not?
Are we doing the? Are you trying to not make a spoiler or something?
Yes.
Why? I do spoilers all the time. It's a spoiler alert. Get stabbed in the neck with a golf club.
Well, the protagonist gets killed
Yeah.
instantly in the game, and the game got massive pushback for that decision.
Oh, right.
And the guy who's running the show is the guy behind the game, and he
Yeah.
doubled down basically. Said, "No, we're going to do it. I'm right.
Yeah.
Everyone who said it's shit is wrong." And guess what? It's tanked, hasn't it? No one wants to watch it. So
That game, yeah. I mean, it
I don't know.
was a brilliant story. that was the thing. He was called Neil Druckmann, so he did that, and they did a film of that with Mark Wahlberg and Spider-Man. I can't remember what it's called, and it was like Indiana Jones ripoff.
Uncharted.
That was it.
Yeah.
He did that game as well, and that was brilliant as well. It was just as a
But the
story.
movie wasn't.
No, I don't. Well, I've never watched it, but I imagine it's shite.
It wasn't well received. But the thing is like critically, the Minecraft movie is a steaming turd, but it's doing gangbusters. It's going to do billions.
Well, I took my kids to watch it.
Yeah. My kids watched it.
Chicken jockey!
Yeah, I know they love it, and I honestly, that film is Jack Black just
Being Jack Black.
saying random things for an hour and a half. At least it was only an hour and a half. It's not 2 hours. And there was no story as far as I could tell.
Yeah.
Running through it, and it was just a series of jokes, kind of jokes, running through it.
The kids deserve better, though.
Yeah,
You know, it's possible to make kids' films that are actually good, that adults can enjoy as well.
yes, exactly. Like we've been watching Shrek, actually.
Right.
The Shrek series. We just watched Shrek 2 yesterday, which ended with me putting my youngest son to bed early, but we won't talk about that.
What have I done?
Yeah. Don't test me, boy, because you will lose. Don't test his boundaries tonight. Watch Shrek.
My
He's dead.
resolve has never been stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can quote Revenge of the Sith for fun, 24 hours after viewing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
Did you not enjoy it?
It's the most memeable film
The most memeable.
of the most quotable film of the prequels, certainly.
So I have the high ground.
Hello there.
Yeah.
What have I done?
What have I done?
done?
Yeah.
Power, unlimited power.
Oh, yeah.
Power.
Not from a Jedi.
Is that Order 66 as well?
Execute Order 66, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Loads.
So this is how Liberty dies.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
I thought
thunderous.
they smelled bad
Thunderous
on the
support.
outside.
It's a thunderous. God. 30-year time warp, Ben. Yeah.
I remember did I quite enjoy it? I think I probably knew how wooden they were in it, but it was probably the most enjoyable story.
It gets slated for its dialogue. There's a lot of the dialogue is because I'm so in love with you. So love has blinded you. I mean, it's awful. A lot of the dialogue is awful.
George Lucas courtship.
But it's like poetry. It rhymes. And the sword fight at the end is far too long. It's too much. It's too much, man.
No, I liked it. I liked the.
It's too much. Rewatch it. It goes on too long.
Laser swords. I might rewatch it, actually.
I watched them for ages. They can't get the kids on board.
They don't play Fortnite yet.
Well, my oldest does now,
Oh.
quite regularly now. Yeah,
Well.
I think he gets carried by his mate.
Yeah. Slaying in the battle royales, duos.
I don't know. They play like some. Do they run around houses now?
There are houses in Fortnite. Yeah. That's
Like
where
it
you
looked
get
like
your loot.
it looked like a big house though. Like they were all
Oh,
in
there's so many game modes, man.
yeah.
There's a million game modes.
They were running. Looked like they were running around houses,
Yeah.
shouting at each other. I have to put him in somewhere else because he shouts so loud.
Yeah.
He had,
They're
he had to
terrible.
go outside into the outside office space sometimes because he's so loud.
We get that. We get echo. We get echolocation. So my eldest plays upstairs. He don't wear headphones. It comes out the controller. So you have the eldest downstairs shouting. You hear that, and then it comes through the controller upstairs.
What?
Yeah, it's mad.
Great.
Now they play quiet games.
Where do you? This is where you come in here when they're shouting that loud. Then does the dog come in here with you?
No, I'm fine. I just tune it out.
Right.
No, it's not all the time.
Yeah.
They do get so hyped though.
Mm.
It's so much more intense than
Yeah.
than what we're used to from when we were kids gaming. But I've come to the realization that it's part of the socializing now.
It is, isn't it?
It's the instantly open a party chat, and they can be playing 3 different games. There'll be 10 of them, and there's 3 playing one game, 3 playing another, and they're all talking to each other.
Yeah.
Chatting shit.
Yeah.
It's part of the socializing. For good or ill, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It's difficult. 'Cause you don't want them to be excluded either,
Yeah.
That's the issue, isn't it?
They don't go out like they used to.
No.
That's why I push the football thing, because it's, training once a week and
Yeah.
match on weekends, and it's a different kind of social thing. But it's not like where we used to just go out, because we didn't have online gaming. Go out on your bikes, be on before dark kind of thing. It doesn't really exist the same way.
No.
Partly because of parent fear. I've noticed like a lot of parents are like, they're surprised that my youngest goes to the shop.
No.
Like you'd let her.
What is
He's
it?
been going for a couple of years now. You'd let a 6-year-old go to the shop. Yeah,
Yeah.
he can run. He can run away.
He gets the facts back before the wet.
But yeah, I think there's an amplified anxiety with parents when it comes to child safety. That's been it's been intensified over the last couple of decades, I would say. All the stranger danger stuff and all that. I don't know.
I know he's pushing. We're training now for walking to school by yourself next year.
Oh, good. What year is he in? Year 6?
He's in year
GCSEs next year.
4, yeah.
Year 4?
He's in year 4 now, so in September he'll be in year 5.
So is that when you're hoping to start going on
When
his
he
own?
wants, he's desperate to do it.
That's good.
So he just wants to do it. So he's been trained now. We're training him how to cross roads.
Yeah.
And I've been dropping him, just leaving him now
Oh.
at the school gate and take the small one in, basically.
It'd be good if he had a mate on the way.
No,
He'd pick up a mate on the way. And
there's not really anybody that lives our way. Unfortunately, it's not too bad a walk.
It's only a couple of miles, right?
Yeah, 3 mountains,
Yeah.
5 dark tunnels,
1 winding river,
a sewer access, and
a Rancor pit.
yeah,
On Mustafa lava bridge.
yeah, and a volcano. So it's fine once he gets there. And then there's Debbie
Kids
at the
are
end who
easy.
crosses him over.
Debbie the dead end.
Debbie, the lollipop lady. Yeah. So he's fine. He could do it with 2. He'd have to cross 2 roads himself, basically. But they're quieter roads.
Little roads, yeah.
And then he should cross with the lollipop lady, which I think he would do. Otherwise, I'll brain him.
Ah, good.
I'm sure he'll be fine. I want to send him to our shop, but that's been vetoed.
Who would that be?
Well, 1 stop, so it would be he could get there with using zebra crossings
Is that where Windsor is? Windsor's.
across the road from it. Yeah,
Yeah,
so he would have to cross Blackpool Road,
right.
which is a busy road, isn't it? But there are
Crossings.
are they called pelican crossings, or the ones where you press the button
Yeah.
and they stop all the traffic. So he could do it, and he knows what he's doing. But I think I should do that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to push hard.
Do it and follow him.
Yeah.
Tail him.
Well, the other one is doing what that Christopher, is it Jonathan Haidt?
Jonathan Haidt, yeah.
Put the watch on them.
The coddling of the American mind. You see, he's a pussy. He
Even-
puts the tracker on him.
He does, doesn't he? Yes.
Honestly.
Mm.
Yeah. You don't need it. We didn't have them.
No, I know. Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure I'll send him soon.
I mean, mate, it's a safety net, I suppose, isn't it?
Mhm.
But
Mm.
it's not really independent, is it? When you're monitoring them like that.
No.
You got to take the watch off sooner or later. You might as
Yes.
well just not put it on to start with.
Mm. Yeah. And find my phone and all that kind of stuff.
Don't have phones. Well, my eldest has a phone, but it's no, He just WhatsApps. That's about it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Although I've caught him downloading some autoclick software.
What does that mean?
Autoclicker.
What for?
It's like if you want 6 jobs in the public service,
Right.
you know, like the guy who got done for working for DWP, NHS, and
Yeah.
you use autoclickers.
And why would your son want it though?
Roblox.
And how does it? Oh, for like when
Getting
you play
resources, mining like resources and stuff.
Oh, right. Okay, that's a good idea, isn't it?
It is, although you can download malware if you're not careful.
Oh, right.
With these autoclickers.
Yeah.
So I have to have a conversation next week.
Next week? Has it been scheduled?
Yeah, it has. It's in the diary. Bill Gates sends me an email of my eldest's online habits.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
Yeah, and it came up saying he downloaded this autoclicker app.
Okay. Yeah. So like a banana cleaner.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna have son. Like, you can't just go to any website, download something. You're gonna be in a world of pain if you do that.
Would you go through his monthly usage then in a meeting at the end of the month?
Just a small PowerPoint.
You could use AI for that, and that brings us full circle.
Yes.
To finish
AI
the podcast.
I think you're hitting the point, Phil.
At last.
That and it really bothers
Good
me.
night, folks.
Sweet dreams.
Because I believe I have an issue in this respect.
Trevor John next week, same time, 8 o'clock Sunday.
We'll be there.
CFI Noble, thanks for the t-shirts.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Nice to see you. Sniper Mike, Emma Bridges. What's that? Side Pilots or Giffy?
Japanese toilets.
Never mind. See you next week. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Welcome, folks, to Barn Raising Air. Hear the tales from Phil, Matt, and Ben Fair. In the realm where the Inquisition's Amish raise the roof, clear the doubt, abolish. Strumming tales like a folk rock spree. They'll delve in deep, hearts worn on sleeve. Pull up a chair by the lantern's glow. Join our circle, let the stories flow. With Phil and Matt and Ben Arkin, we're stitching wisdom like an Amish pin. We'll question everything, turn night to day. With the barn raising crew, we'll lead the way.
Shoot me in the bum.
It was when we
Like one of your French